So it was awesome to be part of it.
At what point did you feel like you were settling in and you felt like, okay, I can go make plays and help us win?
Yeah, I'd probably say, honestly, kind of a couple games after BF got hurt, which obviously was terrible, but when I started to play more, I felt I got more comfortable every single game, and then I'd say over the last month, I've been feeling super comfortable every day in practice, getting more confident, knowing my role and what they want out of me, so yeah.
It's crazy how these things work, right? Everybody's saying, okay, hey, well, Davis is playing behind some guys, and it's maybe going to be a year before he really gets an opportunity to play, and then all of a sudden, like I said, BF goes down, and, man, these seasons, they're long, and I don't know that people understand all the time that, boy, you sit and wait, and you get your opportunity, you've made the most of it. What was that kind of like from the beginning of the season to where you are now?
Yeah, I mean, I can't say it wasn't hard and frustrating, but I think I stayed ready, stayed in the gym. Stayed in the gym, and then just when I was on the bench, just being able to watch and take it all in, and just knew if I got out there, if I had my chance, I was going to be ready for it. And then just being confident, staying ready, knowing that when I get my chance, I'm going to be ready for it, and I got nothing to lose, and I just want to do whatever it took to help the team win, and I think we've done a good job of that.
I know you're very confident, but was there a point, a moment, a play, maybe something that happened in a game where you felt like, all right, man, like I belong here and I can really compete at this level?
No, I felt like I belonged first day I got here in the summer. I knew I was coming in here that I could help the team right away. So there was never a moment, but I think, just once BF got hurt, I knew the other guys were counting on me more. So, that would be the turning point, I guess.
You're going to be real close to home. I would imagine that you're going to have some folks that are asking you for tickets. But what a cool opportunity to play your first NCAA tournament game just right down the road from where you grew up.
Yeah, for sure. Super nice. Quick flight, which is nice, and then obviously a lot of fans. My parents will be there, probably my sister. So then I know so many people will be watching on TV back home. So it's super nice to stay close.
Have you thought about this moment, getting that first tournament game?
For sure. Yeah, I mean, been thinking about it. Excited to play in these big games, and then just you come here to play in March. That's what I'll say. Yeah.
All right, Davis, thanks a lot.
For sure. Thank you.
Quick break. Back right after this. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog Basketball from Lear Field.
That was our conversation with Davis Fogle, who has been pressed into action with the injury to Braden Huff, and he has more than delivered, playing about 23 minutes a game since Braden went down. And Mo, it's one of those stories. I was talking to Davis off the air, and even mentioned it during the interview a little bit, but. Well, you got to stay ready, man. These things are 5-month journeys, right? And, you have 2 or 3 good games, you're feeling really good, and then maybe you have 1 or 2 bad ones, and you're not sure what's going on, or you're not getting the opportunities you think that you should be getting. But then when they pop up, if you're ready to go, you have the chance to really make an impact. And, boy, I mean, how about him? In those first 18 games, he wasn't playing a whole heck of a lot,
yeah.
And now all of a sudden, I mean, he's a major part of the rotation.
Well, we knew he was a talented kid, and the reason he wasn't playing early just was a numbers game, and it was hard to justify to people. We were like, we know he's a top 40. We know he's going to be a pro. He's going to have all the opportunity in the world. But it just goes to show, the old saying, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. And if you stay ready, your opportunity comes along and you make the most of it. And he's done that exactly this year. Super talented kid. I love watching him play. He stepped up big, especially that Santa Clara game. And, they're running actions to him now. They're putting the ball in his hand. He's kind of a matchup problem for a lot of wings.
Congratulations.
He's long. So we'll be curious to see how Coach Few uses him down the stretch.
Gonzaga and Kennesaw State, we're going to tip it. It's about 25 minutes late here in Portland after Texas upset BYU in our first game of the session. We'll take a quick break. Back with more from Portland right after this. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog Basketball from Lear Field.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Marsh McLennan Agency is a proud sponsor of Gonzaga Sports. When it comes to insurance, how hard does your team really work for you? At Marsh McLennan Agency, we do the shopping for the right insurance carrier, ensuring you get the right coverage tailored to your needs. Our local experts are dedicated to providing personalized service backed by the resources of Marsh, the global leader in insurance. Visit MMANorthwest.com and get started on finding a better insurance coverage for you. Go Zags!
At Papa Murphy's, we hand make delicious pizza from scratch every day so that you can bake it to perfection in your oven just the way you like it. Introducing Stuffed Mondays. Every Monday, get any large stuffed pizza for only $16.99. That's over 4 pounds of pizza, fresh from your oven. Enough to feed the whole family. Papa Murphy's Stuffed Mondays. They make great pizza so you can make the pizza great. Offer available in store only. Call ahead to order.
Spokane International Airport is a proud sponsor of Gonzaga Athletics. The airport connects Zags fans and alums with over 60 daily departures to more than 20 nonstop destinations provided by 7 major airlines, as well as one-stop connections to most major metropolitan centers throughout the U.S. Real-time arrival and flight departure information is available at SpokaneAirports.net. Spokane International Airport, when it's time to fly.
Welcome back to Portland. Tom Hudson, Adam Morrison with you here. Gonzaga and Kennesaw State, the 3 and the 14 seeds in the West. They're getting ready to go. A late tip-off here, a full day of basketball game. Quite a few fans were still outside trying to get in while BYU and Texas had already started. But when you're lined up last, sometimes it'll take a little bit of time to play that game. That's what's happening here for the Bulldogs. We'll tip about 25 minutes late. And Mo, for the Bulldogs, some of the numbers have just been ridiculous. You talk about all the wins. You talk about the Sweet 16 streak that came to an end last year in that 1 versus 8 matchup against the University of Houston. All the wins in the first round. It has just been a remarkable stretch. We talk about so many of the things that have gone on. We talk about the WCC tournament streak of playing in the championship game for 28 straight years. And it's funny. I just saw they were doing a happy birthday thing for Steph Curry and making fun of him. They show like his pictures from his rookie year.
Yeah.
And he's 38 years old now. That's the last time that Gonzaga lost a first-round tournament game.
That's crazy.
In 2008.
Yeah, it's we've talked about it before. Some of the streaks and the records that we have won't be duplicated. And that's not a narcissistic thing to say, but like the way college basketball is now, remember the home win streak we had, you know what I mean? And then beating Pepperdine 54 times or whatever, you know what I mean? Like some of these are not going to happen again. So it's funny to just think that was the last time we lost a first-round game, but according to some of the people in college basketball world, we can't win in March, but I guess they don't look at the numbers. But this will be an interesting matchup tonight because this is a better basketball team than that's shown on paper, and they're peaking at the right time. But what was nice for us, in my opinion, is they play an open style. We rather play open style every single day of the week. So in that regards, it benefits us. But I'll be curious because they've run that nice little 1-3-1. We haven't seen that much this season. Obviously, we have a plan against it, but we'll see how our guys adapt to it.
Gonzaga and Kennesaw State. Luke Howell, Santa Maria, Learfield, North Carolina studios. He's got a quick scoreboard update coming for you here. Luke, get us caught up on what's happening today.
Of course, honey. We appreciate all you guys tuning in for our pregame coverage today. Extended pregame coverage. We bring you back inside the Learfield Network studios. Couple of games now in progress. 3-14 matchup between Illinois and Pennsylvania. It's a 26-15 lead for the Illini. 9.5 minutes to play in that contest in the South region. So Illinois up double figures on Penn, who led 4-0 in this game, but since then it has been all fighting Illini in that one. 8-9 matchup in the Midwest. That's Georgia and St. Louis slew the Billikens with an 8-2 lead 4 minutes into that contest. Right now, St. Louis leading in the early goings there. And second seed Houston up on 15 seed Idaho, just getting started 2-0. They are just about 1 minute into that contest. The big rally today, the first overtime game in the 2026 NCAA tournament. VCU and North Carolina. From 19 down, VCU gets it done in OT.
23 to shoot now for Jennings at the midcourt logo. Neither team with a timeout. Jennings gets a screen from Hill. Djokovic trying to dive to the rim. He couldn't find him. Now it's Hill with 15 to shoot. Working against Stevenson. Hill wants to go to work. Cross. Step back three on the way. And good! He splashes it home. 80-78 VCU in front.
Noah Eagle from Westwood 1 on the call. VCU defeats North Carolina 82-78. Trailed by 11 at halftime, as many as 19 today, as VCU advances and takes down North Carolina. Also has gone final Michigan over Howard, 101-80. And then, as we've mentioned, 11 seed Texas over 6 seed BYU, 79-71. So the winner of Gonzaga and Kennesaw State will take on the Texas Longhorns. A.J. DeBonsa, 35-10 in a losing effort. First freshman with 30-plus in the first-round matchup since Steph Curry did it back for Davidson back in the day. Gonzaga and Kennesaw State. Throw you back out to Honey and Mo, guys.
Luke, thanks so much. We are inching closer to basketball time here in Portland. When we come back, we've got our starting lineups, Mo's keys to the game, and our opening tip. Gonzaga and Kennesaw State for the first time. A date with Texas in the round of 32 is what's at stake. 1 minute break. We're back after this. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog Basketball from Learfield.
When you're on the move and looking for nonstop college sports action, get the Varsity Network app and take the game with you everywhere. Stream live play-by-play from schools across the country right from your phone, free. Catch hundreds of weekly podcasts, including shows from your favorite teams, all in one place. From football Saturdays to midweek hoops, it's your all-access pass to the college sports world. Whether it's game day or just your daily drive, the Varsity Network app has you covered. Download now and listen live for free on the Varsity Network app.
Today's students are smart, savvy, and heading towards a future filled with possibilities. Education is the light that can help guide them on their path to fulfilling their dreams. That's why Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. With every lottery game you play in the pursuit of making your dreams a reality, you're supporting the next generation of game changers who are using education as the way to reach theirs. Thanks for playing, Washington.
Welcome back to the Moda Center in Portland. Final game of 4 on the first day of the NCAA tournament here at the Portland Trailblazers home. Let's take a look at our starting lineups for tonight's NCAA tournament game. First, for the Kennesaw State Owls, 21-13 champions of the Conference USA tournament, making their second appearance in the NCAA tournament. Trey Simpson will be one of 2 freshmen in the starting lineup. The 6'8", 212-pounder is averaging about 9.5 points per game. He'll be joined in the starting backcourt by R.J. Johnson, a redshirt sophomore out of Huntsville, Alabama, who scores 14.5 points a contest. He's been on fire since their suspension of their best player. 9 20-point games for Johnson since January the 14th. Also in the starting lineup for Kennesaw State, Franquan Sherman, a 6'7", 220-pounder who averages 10.3 points. He led Conference USA with 8.5 rebounds per game. Braden Liu, a 6'9", 235-pounder, averages 11 points a game. He'll start in the front line along with Amir Taylor, a 6'9", 250-pound freshman. 7.5 points, 3.5 rebounds per game. He scored 10 or more in 6 consecutive contests. Meanwhile, for the Bulldogs, it'll be Mario St. Superi coming off that fantastic offensive effort, and the Bulldogs win in Las Vegas over Santa Clara. Mario, 8.5 points, 3.5 assists per game, getting his 14th start of the year. He'll be joined in the starting backcourt by Emmanuel Inocente, the 6'5", 198-pounder, averaging just under 6 points per game. He's been the Bulldogs' defensive specialist, trying to get his offense back on track. Just 21 points scored over his last 5 basketball games. Adam Miller, the third member of that 3-guard starting lineup, 6'3", 200-pounder out of Peoria, Illinois, playing for the first time in the NCAA tournament. So since he was a freshman at Illinois 4 years ago, he averages 7.5 points per contest. On the front line, Jalen Worley will get the start at the 4 spot, the 6'7", 205-pounder, averaging 7 points, 4.5 rebounds per game. And in the middle, it's going to be Graham Ike, the third-team All-American. Leads Gonzaga in scoring 19.7 points per game, also leading the Zags with 8.2 rebounds per contest. So it'll be Simpson, Sherman, Johnson, Liu, and Taylor for Kennesaw State. Inocente, Worley, Ike, St. Superi, and Miller, the starting 5 for the Zags. Mo, what do the Bulldogs need to do to advance to the second round yet again in the NCAA tournament?
First, we talked about it a ton in the pregame. Defensive transition. This team likes to get out and run and push the pace. They like to shoot a lot of threes in transition. Got to get back. Second, win the rebounding battle. They're +4 in the glass. We're +8, but you mentioned 4 of the last 6 games we haven't won the rebounding battle. We have to secure the glass. Third, this is the most important, especially the first game of the NCAA tournament. Manage your emotions. We talked about it, the anxiety, trying to push too much. Play your game, settle into it, get comfortable.
Now that's a look at our keys to the game. The Zags is the number 3 seed. They are the highest seed here in Portland this weekend. Will wear the white uniforms. They're going with the alternate whites for today's game with Zags written in white across their chest. Red and blue trim. They've got the old school G with the bulldog leaning on it on their right side of the shorts. Meanwhile, for Kennesaw State, the Owls out of Conference USA will be wearing their black uniforms with the yellow trim. Kennesaw State written across their chest, their names in yellow on the backs of the uniforms. The Zags will move left to right in the first 20 minutes of action here at the Moda Center. Byron Jarrett, Will Howard, Jason Garrettson, the officiating crew for tonight's game, the first matchup for the Zags with Kennesaw State. The Zags with the final huddle for the starting 5. Graham Ike out at center court now wearing the white headband to match the home white uniforms. Ace Miller also again wearing the white headband as he gets ready for tonight's contest. So Ike will jump center for Gonzaga. It'll be Braden Liu doing the honors for the Owls from Kennesaw State. Ball is in the air. Kennesaw State controls the opening tip, and we are underway here in Portland. End of the front court, it's R.J. Johnson with it. Dribbles to his right. Gets a screen back to the top of the key with the dribble. Little flip to Taylor. Left side for Sherman. Sherman defended by Miller. Bounce pass. Worley steals it. Can't quite control it and loses it out of bounds. It'll stay with the Owls. Now inbounding will be R.J. Johnson. And their leading scorer was indicted by the FBI in a point-shaving scandal. He moved into the starting lineup. He's been fantastic. 9 20-point games since he moved in the starting lineup, looking for his first bucket of the game. Misses a little 8-foot runner. Ike rebounds. Graham brings it up the floor himself. Across the timeline, dribbling left side of the floor. Now spins into the paint, loses the handle, got it back, and then had it stripped away. And the Bulldogs are going to catch a break as Amir Taylor, the freshman, drilled it out of bounds. When Mo talks about those overinflated basketballs.
Yep, that's a real thing.
Graham with a power dribble. That thing went over his head, almost hit the bottom of the backboard. Inocente, one-handed pass in the backcourt to St. Superior. Mario coming off that big game against Santa Clara. Gives it up to Inocente between the circles. 21 points, new career high for the freshman. Now Miller. Miller feeds to Ike. Ike going to work. Gets into the paint, little hop step, shot up, nice. Off the glass and in.
Yeah, step through the double team. That's what he's got to do. He got a low catch near the block. Harder to double team.
Zags strike first here in Portland. Trey Simpson out top of it. Picks up his dribble. Short pass for Taylor. Freshman going to work on Ike. Double comes. They kick it back out. Simpson fakes the 3. Drives, cut off. Ike knocks it away. A late whistle and a foul. See the reaction from the Zag coaching staff. Maybe not, Graham. As he picks up his first. Reach-in foul on the Bulldogs' big man. Sherman will inbound. Gets it in the far corner. Inocente defending Simpson. Forces him to retreat. Kick out to Taylor. Taylor hands it off. Here's a drive and a spin by Liu. Ball poked away. Worley comes away with it. Zags out and running. Jalen. Little Euro step. Had it stripped away. And the Owls chase down the loose basketball. Johnson the other way with it. That's a screen. Picks up his dribble. Short pass left side for Sherman. Sherman drives. Has it knocked away by Inocente. It is off of Sherman and out of bounds.
Good help defense by St. Superior getting in the lane there. Getting a hand on that basketball. Inocente recovering too on the hard rip.
Zags with 90 seconds gone by, lead it 2-0. They have the basketball. Worley out top with it. One dribble, gives it up St. Superior. Top the key, Ike. Right sideline, Miller. Miller over to Worley at the three-point line. Dribbling out there, trying to get to Ike at the high post. He can't, instead to Miller. Ace is looking for Ike, can't find him. Dribbles into a little 15-foot jump shot. It's off the mark, and the rebound is secured by Sherman for the Owls. Kennesaw State goes to work on offense. It's R.J. Johnson defended by Inocente. Drives, scoops it up, won't go. A whistle, though, and a foul on Inocente.
Wow, I didn't see that. I thought he bodied up legally. We're seeing the replay.
And if he did, it's a foul on the ground. They're going to give him the continuation on that. But Johnson will step to the free throw line. We talked about it. They shoot about 27 free throws a game. Top 5 in the country in that category. Johnson 62% on the year, makes his first.
Johnson's a big-bodied guard. Looks like a fullback, and I'm being generous. He's a big kid, strong kid, good player. Let's put Inocente on him early. You can see why, right? That's a size matchup for Mario at the point guard position.
Makes both free throws. We're tied at 2. St. Superior court, one-handed pass left corner. Miller has it there. Ace is looking down low for Ike. It's not there. One dribble out to Worley at the three-point line. Jalen gets a screen from Ike, dribbles to the left wing, keeps the dribble alive. Bounces it for Graham, he catches. Tries to reverse, has a shot rejected from the weak side. Kennesaw State comes away with the basketball. It's Johnson again into the front court. He's dribbling out on the perimeter. Trying to get around Innocente. Gets to the basket. Kick out pass deflected by Ike, but secured by Taylor. Taylor, the freshman, couple dribbles. Pass away to Simpson. Simpson has it knocked out of bounds by Ace Miller. 12 seconds to shoot for Kennesaw State. 2-2 ball game. 17-17 to play in the first half. Johnson will inbound on the sideline in front of us here. Passes it in. Gets it right back. Gets a screen from Simpson. Dribbles to his right. Still 30 feet from the basket. Hands it off to Taylor. Taylor driving on Ike. Leans in. Shot drops. And the Owls have a 4-2 lead.
Good job by Ike not fouling in that situation.
Worley out top with a couple dribbles. Hands it off to Innocente. Dribbles to the top of the key. Retreats. Passes back to Worley. 3-point line right side. Jalen driving with the left hand. Kicks it over to Innocente. Gets to the free throw line. Gets the defender in the air. Pull-up jumper. Rims out. Ike keeps the rebound alive, but Kennesaw State chases it down. It's Johnson on the run. Johnson slowed down by Innocente. We're going to get a travel. We're going to get a jump ball call, and it'll be Gonzaga basketball.
Good call by the official. There's a hand on top of the ball right there. Innocente jumped out of the way. Picked up that early foul as well, so good play by him to cause that turnover. Essentially got the offensive player off balance.
Bulldogs trail 4-2. 3.5 minutes gone by. Worley into the front court. Short flip for Innocente. Back out to St. Superi. Gets a screen from Ike. Bounce back to Graham. Graham leans in. Misses the shot. Tip attempt no good. And the Owls come away with the basketball. A lot of contact. Graham was looking for a foul. Didn't get the whistle. Kennesaw State comes the other way. Johnson dribbling to his right. One-handed pass for Simpson. Right back to Johnson. Johnson slowed down by Innocente. Keeps the dribble alive. Spins away from Manny. Passes in the corner. Blue trying to get around Worley. Now backing him down. Can't get up a shot. Kick out. Almost throws it away. Taylor able to secure it. Driving. Lays it up and in. And the Owls have an early 6-2 lead. Freshman has 6 consecutive double-figure games. Back-to-back buckets. And the Bulldogs trail early by 4. Worley dribbling to his left. Hands it off to Miller. Miller penetrates. He's cut off. Kick back out for St. Superi. Mario a couple steps inside a half court. Dribbles to his right. Gets to a runner. Won't go down. Ball's knocked around. Out of bounds. Last touch by Worley. It's going to be Kennesaw State basketball. Owls feeling pretty good as we head to our first official timeout. Low-scoring affair. 15:29 to play in the first half. Kennesaw State 6, Gonzaga 2. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
Today's students are smart, savvy, and heading towards a future filled with possibilities. Education is the light that can help guide them on their path to fulfilling their dreams. That's why Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. With every lottery game you play in the pursuit of making your dreams a reality, you're supporting the next generation of game changers who are using education as the way to reach theirs. Thanks for playing, Washington.
Anyone who works for themselves has the toughest boss on the planet, a real taskmaster with no respect for nights or weekends. Still, it doesn't have to be lonely at the top. Wheatland Bank makes running a business seamless with a careful mix of personal service, deep resources, and the latest tech. After all, you're only human. Unlike that bully whose name's on the door, you're 5-star Wheatland Bank. Relationships you can count on.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Steel deals are happening now. From instant savings on select power tools to free battery offers on some of our most popular battery sets, you can enjoy great deals and do it all with Steel Battery. For more details, shop online or in-store at your local Steel dealer. Offer valid for a limited time only on select items at participating dealers while supplies last.
Nothing is crazier than the kennel.
Oh my goodness! The one-handed dunk, we're tied at 63! What a play by the Bulldogs!
Let's go back courtside. Here's the voice of Gonzaga basketball, Tom Hudson.
Tom Hudson, Adam Morrison with you here in Portland, where Kennesaw State has an early 6-2 lead. over the Zags. So this broadcast of the NCAA Division I Men's Basketball Championship is authorized under broadcast rights granted by the NCAA through Westwood One. It is intended solely for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any reproduction, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the NCAA and Westwood One is strictly prohibited. Mo, we talked about it extensively through the pregame show, trying to find your rhythm in these games early with maybe some nerves and some excitement. Zags 1 out of 6 so far to start this thing, and they're -4 on the glass.
Yeah, just not really finishing at the rim. Had some pretty good looks. Graham missed a couple inside. I thought the Adam Miller jumper was a good shot. Mario's as well. So just got to calm down. Kennesaw State's scored basically in one-on-one situations, which bodes well, but Graham picking up that early, cheap reach-in foul. They went right at him every single time and scored 4 points on him. So interested to see if Coach Few tries to scheme his way out of that and get him off the basketball defensively.
Tyon Grant Foster checks in for the Zags. So does Davis Fogle. Bulldogs showing some full-court pressure, almost forced a turnover, but Owls able to break pressure. Now here's a three. It's off the mark. Long rebound is spatted and controlled by Sherman. Sherman kicks it out for Johnson. Johnson gets his screen, dribbles to his right, now defended by Ike on the perimeter. The guard wants to go to work, driving with the left hand, hop step, can't get up a shot, kicks it out. Into the hands of Simpson, hands it back to Johnson with 5 seconds to shoot. Johnson dribbles to his left, fires a three, it's contested off the mark, rebound Ike. Long pass up the left sideline to St. Superior. Zags trail by 4 early. Mario gets a screen from Ike, steps back, fires a three. That one rims out. Innocente, offensive rebound, dribbles away from pressure, kick out Fogle. He'll try a deep one. That one's off the mark. Grant Foster tries to tip it in. He cannot, and Kennesaw State comes away with the basketball. Johnson brings it across half court for the Owls. Zags struggling offensively early. Here's Sherman faking left. Now pulls up, shoots a jumper. It's off the mark. Grant Foster rebounds on the weak side. Tyon brings it across the timeline. Kicks it right side. St. Superior tries another three. That one's off the front of the rim. Back-to-back early misses for St. Superior. The Bulldogs still just 2 points as we played 5 minutes and 45 seconds. Simpson fakes the jump shot, kicks it out for a straightaway three. That won't go down. The miss for Taylor. Rebound Innocente. Left side pass for Grant Foster. He's in front of the Owls bench. Now driving to the free throw line. Cut off, spins, fires, and hits the jump shot.
And it's a shot that goes in, right?
Yep.
Fade away from 18 feet, but hey, we'll take it. We got to get some of these to go down.
Bulldogs' first bucket since the 1910 marks. They went 5.5 minutes without scoring. Here's a drive, a whistle, and a foul. Kind of a tough luck foul on Mario St. Superior as Simpson was slipping and falling. There was definitely contact, but Mario kind of trying to get out of the way there.
Thought he got out of the way. Or should be on the ground at least.
Simpson to the free throw line where he's 68% on the season. A left-handed freshman, one of 2 freshmen in the starting lineup for the Owls. His first free throw is off the mark. Substitution, Johnson checks out. Checking in, Caden Rickard. He's averaging 5.5 points per game. Second free throw for Simpson is on the way and good. He goes 1 out of 2. He's going to check out. Checking in will be Jaden Harris, his 5th-year player who started his career at New Mexico State. Harris averages about 8 a game. So 1 out of 2, 7-4. Owls on top early. 13:40 to play first half. Ike out top, short pass to Fogle. Fogle gives it up to Innocente. Bounces in the corner for Braden Smith, who's in for the first time. Smith gives it up to Innocente in front of the Owls bench. 12 seconds to shoot. He finds Ike. Graham finishes, and he's fouled from behind.
Yeah, good position with his legs. He's sealed above the block, and that's an easy drop step, but a lot of movement going on just to get that basket for Gonzaga. Got to try to find a rhythm offensively.
Taylor whistled for the personal foul. He quickly heads to the bench. Perry Smith Jr., the 6'8", 240-pound senior out of Augusta, Georgia, checks in for the first time. Two-time transfer. Ike all net on the free throw, and we're knotted up at 7 apiece. Our second tie of the night. Zags for that 1-2-2 pressure. Here's Simpson into the front court, just throws it up for grabs. Smith chases it down in the near corner. Smith picks up his dribble, pass out into the hands of Rickard. Rickard picked up defensively by Grant Foster. Drives, leans in, Shot blocked by Tyon, but Tyon's also whistled for the personal foul.
But there was a travel.
I did too. That's what I was just going to say, Mo.
He shuffled his foot on the step through, and
I've seen so much of that here. It feels like over the last month or so that it's
just never call it.
Yeah, you don't see it. Rickard to the free throw line. 53% shooter, makes his first. Freshman makes them both. It's a 9-7 lead for Kennesaw State. Braden Smith quickly into the front court with a dribble, pushing the action to Innocente. Now for Fogle trailing. He's out top. Back to Smith. Smith top of the key for Ike. Short pass right side, Grant Foster. Bounce back to Ike. He's on the wing right side. Fires a one-hander out to Grant Foster. Thought about a three, pulled it down. Gives it up to Fogle. Couple dribbles from him. Over to Smith. Smith gets a screen from Ike to the free throw line with a dribble. Fogle takes the three, gets to the baseline, spins. Little fadeaway jumper is going to come up well short. Flying in to grab the rebound is Sherman.
He needs to shoot the first one instead of faking. Shoot the pull-up.
Rickard into the front court, gives it up left side. Here's Harris driving, denied by Fogle. Short pass out to Smith. They work it in the corner. Lou has it there, backing down Innocente. Kick out as he falls down. Rickard has it now. Dribbling from his left to the right wing. 7 seconds to shoot. Pass out for Lou. Lou spins, challenges Ike. Good defense. Ball is tipped out. And now we've got a shot on the way as the shot clock expires. And Braden Smith looks like he twisted an ankle as the three-pointer goes down. And the Owls lead it by 5. Innocente three-point line right side. Out to Fogle. Smith appears to be okay. As Fogle gets a screen from Ike, dribbles to the right wing. Short pass to Innocente. He'll try a three. That one won't go down. Grant Foster flies in, fights for the rebound, but good position by Simpson, and he comes away with a basketball. Zags just 7 points through 8+ minutes of action here. And here's a feed to Smith on the pick and roll. Throws a pass. It almost goes out of bounds. Saved. And now they work it back out top. Rickard driving, spins. Little one-hander is up and in, and Coach Few wants a timeout as the Bulldogs find themselves trailing by 7. 11 minutes, 26 seconds to play in our game's first half. This timeout called by the Zags will extend to a full timeout. We'll take it as well. Bulldogs fell behind early, came back and tied things up, but Kennesaw State on a 7-0 run has a 14-7 lead. Back after this, let's take Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
We care about your safety. If you need to break ground on a new outdoor project, be aware that buried electric and natural gas lines can be anywhere. It's the law to call 811 at least 2 business days before you dig. Spray paint white lines showing your dig zone, and a crew will mark the utility lines. Mark accuracy zone is within 2 feet of the mark, so always hand dig to expose the line first. Call 811 before you dig. The service is free for residential customers. Avista, we just want you to be safe.
Support Gonzaga basketball through NIL. Zags Collective is the leading NIL collective supporting Zags student athletes through name, image, and likeness. Zags Collective creates opportunities for student athletes to engage with the community and grow their brand. Plus, you get access to autograph sessions, exclusive events, and more. Become a member today. Go to ZagsNILCollective.com and get started.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
We're back in Portland where the Bulldogs are still trying to find their legs as they trail 14-7, 11:26 to play in the first half. Mo, the Bulldogs are just 3 out of 14 from the field and just can't find any rhythm at all. 0 for 4 shooting threes. Are also -5 early on the glass.
Yeah, just kind of getting outplayed from every aspect. Cannot have any rhythm offensively like you mentioned. Got to get Graham the ball. He's 2 for 4. He's the only guy that's really made a shot. Got to give credit to Kennesaw State, though. We knew they were a physical, athletic team. there's obviously plenty of time here. So the game's just kind of started, second media timeout. But you have to start establishing some rhythm offensively. Look at that last Davis Fogle hard rip to the baseline side. He fakes it, then he shoots a baseline fadeaway. That's just pull up and make the 15-footer. So things like that, guys are kind of out faking themselves and not just stepping up and knocking down shots.
Mario St. Spiri back on the floor for Smith, who appeared to twist his ankle. Mario walks it across half court with a left-handed dribble. Zags trail by 7 early. One-handed pass right side to Fogle. Fogle dribbling it out top now. Back to St. Spiri. The screen from Ike. Dribbles into the corner. Pass out to Graham. Fakes the 3. Now will shoot the 3 and come up well short. Fogle trying to chase down the rebound, but it goes to the Owls yet again. Rickard into the front court with it. It's a couple of screens, dribbles to his right, pass out top. Smith has it. Now Sherman at the three-point line left side. Pass out for a 3. It's an air ball from Harris. They got a big screen and missed the three-point shot. Zags catch a break. He had a wide open look at it. And with 10:46 to play in our first half, we have another official timeout on the floor. Gonzaga trying to find some rhythm. 14-7 is our score. Kennesaw State on top. We're back after this. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from their field.
Spokane International Airport is a proud sponsor of Gonzaga Athletics. The airport connects Zags fans and alums with over 60 daily departures to more than 20 nonstop destinations provided by 7 major airlines, as well as one-stop connections to most major metropolitan centers throughout the U.S. Real-time arrival and flight departure information is available at SpokaneAirports.net. Spokane International Airport. When it's time to fly.
At Papa Murphy's, we hand make delicious pizza from scratch every day so that you can bake it to perfection in your oven just the way you like it. Introducing Stuffed Mondays. Every Monday, get any large stuffed pizza for only $16.99. That's over 4 pounds of pizza, fresh from your oven. Enough to feed the whole family. Papa Murphy's Stuffed Mondays. They make great pizza so you can make the pizza great. Offer available in store only. Call ahead to order.
Look, I'm not going to tell you you have to have a Camas Rewards card when you come to Northern Quest. You don't. You don't have to earn points on every dollar you spend here or enjoy prize entries, dining discounts, pre-sale concert tickets, and so on. Heck, you don't even have to receive free cash money for doing what you already do here. After all, free country, right? Camas Rewards for all the ways you play.
Zags basketball lives here on the Gonzaga Sports Network from Learfield. Let's go back courtside. Now, alongside first-team All-American Adam Morrison, here's the voice of Gonzaga basketball, Tom Hudson.
Back in Portland, it's the final game of the day. The Bulldogs a little lethargic to this point, trailing 14-7, 10:46 to play in the first half. New America Credit Union, money answers for people who know Gonzaga does in fact exist. Plus, show your Bulldog pride with your Zags debit card offered only at America, federally insured by NCUA. The Bulldogs shooting just 20% from the field. Kennesaw State shooting 36%. Hasn't been pretty yet, Mo, and you're just hoping that you find a little bit of rhythm here at some point and find some confidence and start to make a little bit of a push.
Yeah, make a push. We've got to try to get our defense to create some offense and get out and run. Coach Few earlier was doing the 1-2-2 press, but Kennesaw State has done a good job of playing patient. They haven't shot it well themselves, so they obviously have a 7-point lead, but it's not like they're playing lights out, so we've dodged a bullet in that regard, but got to start making some shots.
St. Spiri will bring the ball up the floor under a little bit of pressure. Gets across the timeline with it. Bounce to Fogle between the circles. Freshman, one dribble, gives it up to Grant Foster. Dribbles from his left to his right. Driving, gets bumped off balance. He shoots, but the official is going to say that the foul was on the ground. I believe it's Sherman who's whistled for his first personal. Ace Miller fires a pass into the backcourt to St. Spiri. Mario gets a screen from Ike. Dribbles to his left. Now to the wing. Throws it up for Graham, who throws down the two-handed dunk.
It's a good high percentage shot.
There's a little bit of noise from some of the Zags fans who have been mighty quiet through the first 9 minutes of action. Haven't had a lot to cheer for. Smith picks up his dribble between the circles. Short pass to Johnson, who's returned. Johnson fended by Miller, retreats with the left-handed dribble, little crossover move, gets into the paint, forces one, misses badly. Ike had the rebound, was knocked away from him. The Owls save it, and Smith comes away with the basketball, kicks it out to Rickard. The hustle play goes away at Kennesaw State. Rickard gets a big screen, now dribbles back to his left. Cut off by Ike, spins around, misses the shot, ball batted around again, and it's chased down by Davis Fogle, who has it knocked away into the Bulldog bench, and after all of that commotion, it's going to be Zags ball.
Got to get on the glass. We talked about it at length in the pregame, how good of a rebounding team Kennesaw State is. They've shown that early in this game.
Zags -6 on the glass here as we go under 10 minutes to play first half. Gonzaga trailing 14-9. St. Spur gets a screen from Ike. Pull up, deep one, a whistle, and a foul on the jump shot. It's going to go against Jaden Harris. Graham Ike ended up on the floor.
Let's see what happened to him. He got decked. He's talking to the official. I kind of bailed out. That's a bad shot by St. Cyprien.
Yeah. Oh, it looked like Graham, and a shot went up, the whistle blew, and Graham looked like he was trying to get some rebounding position, and then he let up on the whistle and got cracked. So Mario's going to step the free throw line for GU. 14-9, Kennesaw State, the number 14 seed, leading the third-seeded Zags. First free throw from Mario was good. Ricard, Smith check out. Simpson is back on the floor. Like Lou has also returned. Mario makes both free throws. It's 14-11 Owls. Gonzaga going to show a little pressure in the backcourt again. Bringing up the floor is Sherman, passes it back into the hands of Johnson, who's across half court. Freshman guard dribbling to his right, defended by St. Superior in front of the GU bench. Picks up his dribble, bounced it to Taylor. Taylor on the wing, trying to back down Ike. Gets into the paint with it. Spins back to his right, now to his left, flips it up over the backboard and out of bounds. Graham Ike did a nice job of standing up straight.
Yep.
And forcing a really tough shot.
They're going at him, trying to pick up that second foul. He's done an excellent job last few possessions in that regard of not fouling, staying down.
Zags trail by 3 as St. Superior walks across half court, pass left side to Grant Foster. He's at the three-point line. No look pass to Ike. Hands it to St. Superior, who fires another 3. That one won't go down, and another rebound is secured by Kennesaw State. Johnson the other way with it, into the offensive end. Trying to get around Miller, cut off. Spins, little fadeaway. It's a tough one. It's an air ball, but a rebound goes to Sherman. And the Bulldogs are getting absolutely hammered on the glass right now. They're down by 5. Ike doubled, kick out to St. Superior, extra pass Fogle. He drives, sees for Grant Foster coming out of the corner, goes up for the shot. A whistle and a foul. He's going to shoot 2. Bulldogs -7 on the glass right now.
That's lucky to be that. Just getting pushed around inside. It's the off players, the 3s and the 2s that are causing havoc. We talked about their size and length, though. Kennesaw State, it's legit. When we first saw them, the media practice, they didn't lie on the program numbers. When usually teams lie a little bit. Everybody's 2 inches taller than they say they are, but it's like, oh, these guys they fit the bill.
Davis Fogle checks out. So does Graham Ike. Ismaila Dejana checks in. We haven't seen much of him over the last couple of weeks. Jalen Worley in for Fogle. Grant Foster made his first. The second one is also good. Gonzaga trails 16-13. There's that pressure again in the backcourt. Bringing up the floor is Sherman. Zags have him trapped right at half court, able to get it in the front court into the hands of Lou. Now it's Johnson with it. Point guard defended by Worley out top. Gets the screen. Bulldogs switch defensively. St. Superior's got him now. Another switch back to Worley. Pass on the far sideline into the hands of Harris. They work it back. Harris glanced up at the clock. 4 seconds to shoot. He drives. Shot rejected by Dejana, coming in late. Worley with the rebound. Jalen, long pass to the right side to Miller. Miller cut off on his drive. Will retreat with a dribble, and the Zags will set up the offense. Grant Foster in front of the Kennesaw State bench. They leave him open. He fires a three. It's off the mark. And another rebound goes to the Owls, who lead it 16-13. Johnson gives it up right side. Gets it right back. Gets a screen from Lou. Finds Lou on the pick and roll. Lou rejected. Grant Foster flies in to deny him. Miller at the three-point line the other way. Pulls up for three. That one rims out. Kennesaw State has another rebound. That would have brought the roof off the place. Maybe got the Zags going. It's a huge block by Grant Foster. Here's Lou again into the paint. This one-hander won't go down. Rebound Sherman. Putback won't go as he misses a wide open one. St. Superior comes away with it into the front court. 3-on-2. Bounce to the left side. Grant Foster reverses. Shot rejected. St. Superior had it. Knocked away from him. Last touched by Kennesaw State, I believe. One of the officials said Zags. The other one said Kennesaw State. And now they corrected. It will be Gonzaga basketball. Boy, some great effort plays from the Bulldogs here, but nothing to show for it as we head to this timeout with 7:07 to play. Kennesaw State 16, Gonzaga 13. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
Support Gonzaga basketball through NIL. Zags Collective is the leading NIL collective supporting Zags student athletes through name, image, and likeness. Zags Collective creates opportunities for student athletes to engage with the community and grow their brand. Plus, you get access to autograph sessions, exclusive events, and more. Become a member today. Go to ZagsNILCollective.com and get started.
A true teammate takes on every day with a winner's attitude, gets up when they fall down, and leaves it all on the field. There's a group of teammates who do all these things every single day. But they're more than your typical athlete. They're kids facing unthinkable medical circumstances. Team Impact matches children facing serious illness and disability with college sports teams, creating a long-term, life-changing experience for everyone involved. Join us in the movement to get all kids in the game. Visit teamimpact.org to learn more. Team Impact. All in, all together.
When you're on the move and looking for nonstop college sports action, get the Varsity Network app and take the game with you everywhere. Stream live play-by-play from schools across the country right from your phone, free. Catch hundreds of weekly podcasts, including shows from your favorite teams, all in one place. From football Saturdays to midweek hoops, it's your all-access pass to the college sports world. Whether it's game day or just your daily drive, the Varsity Network app has you covered. Download now and listen live for free on the Varsity Network app.
Thank you. Welcome back to Portland. Tom Hudson, Adam Morrison with you, where the Bulldogs are still struggling offensively. 4 out of 20 from the field for Gonzaga, including 0 of 8 from behind the three-point line. The Zags -6 on the glass. Mo, the only thing keeping Gonzaga close is Kennesaw State is 5 of 21.
Yep.
It has been tough sledding here both ways offensively.
Yeah, it's been a kind of a ugly game to call, but we're lucky to be down 3 right now. I mean, obviously there's 7.5 left in the first half, but we easily could be down 15 if Kennesaw State would shoot the basketball better. We're getting out-rebounded. We have no thrust offensively. They're challenging everything at the rim. I'll be curious to see if Graham Ike checks back in the basketball game. But we got to figure out somebody's got to make a play offensively. It doesn't mean you have to do it all yourself, but you have to have some courage to rip and go and make a jump shot or get by somebody and just finish at the rim. And then on the other end, defensively, you might have to turn and face box some of these guys out because they are super athletic and pushing us underneath the basket. And we're getting kind of bailed out, to be honest, that Kennesaw State hasn't put some of those back in.
Graham Ike is 3 of 6 from the field. The rest of the Gonzaga roster is 1 of 14.
Yeah.
That's with 7 minutes and 7 seconds to play in the first half. Gonzaga will have the ball 22 seconds on the shot clock. Ace Miller will inbound on the baseline. Throws it in the backcourt to St. Superior. Mario. It's a screen from Ike. Dribbles to his right. Pass back out to Miller at the top of the key. Ace, couple of jab steps. Now dribbles to his left. Underhanded flip to Worley. Gets a screen from Ike. Spins away from the defensive pressure. Gets into the paint. Hop step across. Off balance shot. No good. But Ike is there to clean it up. And the Bulldogs cut the lead to 1.
Yeah, good offensive rebounds from Ike. Kind of an errant shot from Worley.
Johnson on the drive, picks up his dribble at the high post, leans into Miller, throws it off the glass and in. 18-15, 6:30 to play in the first half. Bulldogs have led briefly. They scored the first basket of the game 2-0, but trailed by as many as 7. St. Superior to the free throw line. Little fadeaway jumper is good. Bulldogs again cut the lead to 1. Johnson met at half court by Miller. Goes to his left, gets a screen from Lou. Passes back to Lou out top. He'll fire a 3 over Ike. Back iron, no good. Worley rebounds. Jalen bringing the ball up the floor. He's across the timeline. Right side pass to St. Superior. Now to Grant Foster. Tries to get the baseline denied. Now wants a clear out. Gets into the paint with left-handed dribble. Spins around a few times. Fade away from 8. Comes up short. Ike tips it back out. Grant Foster chases it down. Pass. Beautiful no-look pass for Jalen Worley. And the Bulldogs have come back to take the lead. It's 19-18.
Yeah, good extra effort there by Gonzaga to get an offensive rebound. Kennesaw State kind of lost. Got lucky with a wide-open layup.
Owls will call a 30-second timeout after the Bulldogs have rallied from that 7-point deficit to take the lead at 19-18. So it was 14-7 with 11:26 to play in the half. The Zags, since that point, have gone on a 12-4 run to take the lead. Still shooting just 28% from the field. Kennesaw State shooting 26%. 30-second timeout called by the Owls. Well, Gonzaga basketball is sponsored by Pacific Source with health coverage for individuals, families, employers, and Medicare eligibles. Pacific Source is a local health plan that does what's right, not just what's required. Inocente checks into the game. He'll replace Ace Miller. St. Superior, Inocente, Worley, Grant Foster, and Ike for the Zags. Rickard checks back in for Kennesaw State. He inbounds, and here's that 1-2-2 press from the Bulldogs again. Rickard in the backcourt with it, picks up his dribble, pass over to Johnson. He's across with plenty of time to spare. Johnson gets a screen from Lou. Pull-up jumper from the left wing is good. Johnson gives his team the lead again. Grant Foster quick the other way on the right wing. Gets into the paint, gets a little screen from Ike. Leans in and scores it off the glass. 21-20, Gonzaga on top. Johnson gets a big screen from Lou again. Inocente fights through it. Short pass to Rickard. Rickard dribbles from the left wing all the way over to the right. Picks it up, spinning around, needs some help. And almost a 5-second violation. We had a foul on Jalen Worley, and that's the second time tonight one of the Owls has slipped and fallen. And I'm not doubting that there was contact there, but just kind of a bad break for the Zags. I mean, he's
flailing
falling
around.
over. Yeah. First on Worley. Owls will inbound in front of the GU bench. 21-20 Gonzaga, just under 5 to play in the first half here of this NCAA tournament game. Johnson to inbounds. Bounces it into Rickard. Rickard might have gotten away with a travel. Keeps his dribble alive, trying to get around St. Superior. Can't, but after bobbling a few times, we're getting an offensive foul. Rickard, that was just all sorts of a mess. And then Smith trying to set a screen. You kind of feel bad for him, though. The way Rickard was dribbling all around and losing the handle. He just couldn't get set to set the screen.
St. Superior to get over the top of multiple ball screens right there.
Substitution, Smith checks out. Right back in is Sherman. Zags 21, Owls 20 as Worley inbounds in front of us here at the table. Into St. Superior. Mario dribbles it across the timeline. Left side pass to Inocente. He's in front of the Owls bench. Now top of the key for Ike. Graham, little shot fake, dribbles to the free throw line. Looks down low, trying to find Worley. Ball's knocked away. Jalen dives on it. Did he get a timeout? He was trying to. Or are they going to call a jump ball? It'll be a jump ball, and I believe it's Owls basketball. Alternating possessions. Kennesaw State will get it. 4:32 to play in the first half. Zags 21, Kennesaw State 20. One, 2-2 for the Zags again. Kennesaw State trying to get settled here before the inbounds. Rickard to throw it in. Passes into Lou, gets it right back. Over to Johnson. Johnson to Rickard. Cross half court with a left-handed dribble on her underhanded flip back to Johnson, who holds out top. Gets a screen from Lou. Now defended by Innocente on the switch. Drives, gets all the way to the rim, high off the glass and in.
Yeah, good take by Johnson.
4:10 to play first half.
Turn the corner right there. Nice flip shot.
St. Superior to Worley behind the play. Left side, Grant Foster. Calling for a clear out. Wants to go to work on Johnson. He's got the size advantage. Backing him down. One-handed pass out to Ike. Now for St. Superior. Mario dribbles to his right. Passes back to Graham on the pick and roll. It's knocked away by Rickard. Here come the Owls on the fast break. Rickard runs into St. Superior. Had his shot blocked. Worley comes away with a loose ball. Away to Ike. 2-on-1. Graham goes the alley-oop for Grant Foster, who tries to touch it back to Ike, and he turns it over.
Catch the ball, come back down with it.
3.5 to play first half. Gonzaga trailing by 1. Johnson gets a screen from Lou. Passes in the corner. Rickard shoots and hits the three-point shot. 25-21. Zags again trailing by 4. St. Superior right side to Grant Foster. Grant Foster into the paint with left-handed dribble. Loses the handle. Gets it back. Feeds Ike in the paint. Graham had it stripped away. Traffic everywhere. Kennesaw State.
Well, they called a foul on Graham.
They're going to call a foul on Graham after all of that, and they had a player on the floor with control of the basketball. The second foul on Ike. Coach Few has decisions to make. Just when it looked like Gonzaga was starting to make some headway, a little more adversity for the Zags. We're going to take a quick break. We're back after this. 25-21, Kennesaw State on top, 3:06 to play in the first half. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog Basketball from Learfield.
Spokane International Airport is a proud sponsor of Gonzaga Athletics. The airport connects Zags fans and alums with over 60 daily departures to more than 20 nonstop destinations provided by 7 major airlines, as well as one-stop connections to most major metropolitan centers throughout the U.S. Real-time arrival and flight departure information is available at SpokaneAirports.net. Spokane International Airport, when it's time to fly.
At Papa Murphy's, we hand make delicious pizza from scratch every day so that you can bake it to perfection in your oven just the way you like it. Introducing Stuffed Mondays. Every Monday, get any large stuffed pizza for only $16.99. That's over 4 pounds of pizza, fresh from your oven. Enough to feed the whole family. Papa Murphy's Stuffed Mondays. They make great pizza so you can make the pizza great. Offer available in store only. Call ahead to order.
Look, I'm not going to tell you you have to have a Camus Rewards card when you come to Northern Quest. You don't. You don't have to earn points on every dollar you spend here or enjoy prize entries, dining discounts, pre-sale concert tickets, and so on. Heck, you don't even have to receive free cash money for doing what you already do here. After all, free country, right? Camus Rewards for all the ways you play.
Zags basketball lives here on the Gonzaga Sports Network from Learfield. Let's go back courtside. Now, alongside first-team All-American Adam Morrison, here's the voice of Gonzaga basketball, Tom Hudson.
Back in Portland, where the Bulldogs find themselves in a fist fight here. Right now, they're on the losing end of it. The score is 25-21. The 14th-seeded Owls of Kennesaw State out of Conference USA leading the Zags. And Mo, GU went on that nice 12-4 run to take the lead. Felt like it was starting to turn in Gonzaga's direction, but just kind of the same thing. A couple of turnovers, a couple of missed opportunities, and Kennesaw State's hanging in there. And not just that, but has led for 12.5 minutes of the, 17 we played so far.
Yeah, -3 on the glass for us, 5 turnovers, only 4 assists. And that last play with that 2-on-1 with Ike and Tyon kind of encapsulates this first half. It should have been a simple bounce pass layup, and we try to go for a lob, and then a guy tries to tip it back to your 6'11 guy. Just have no rhythm offensively. We're lucky to be down 4, to be completely honest. NCAA tournament games can turn into rock fights, but we got to figure out how to score the basketball pretty soon.
Ike to the bench with that second personal foul, leads Gonzaga with 9. It's a small lineup for the Bulldogs. Innocente, Worley, Fogle, Grant Foster, and St. Superior. Johnson picks up his dribble over to Sherman between the circles. Right back to Johnson. Johnson wants to go to work on Worley. One dribble gives up to Harris instead. Harris will shoot a three, blocked by Fogle into the hands of St. Superi. One-handed pass back to Fogle. Davis on the run, going right at it, lays it up, wouldn't go down, and the ball is loose. Sherman dives on it, now is tied up. And it'll be Gonzaga ball in alternating possessions. And we've got to make a fast break layup.
Going to make a fast break layup. I thought he was going to try to turn that over and slam it. I'm trying to do my best not to be too critical here, but got to make shots, make plays in the NCAA tournament.
Fogle inbound on the sideline. Passes in the backcourt to St. Superi. Zags have trailed for the majority of this first half, down 25-21 as St. Superi feeds Worley on the pick and roll, splits a couple of black shirts and lays it in.
Nice short roll situation where he can get downhill. I like that play call.
Johnson to the front court, one-handed pass to Rickard. Rickard leading his team with 10 points, his first double-figure game since December the 8th. Gives it up to Johnson. Johnson turns a corner with left-handed dribble, can't get up a shot. No-look pass in the corner. Rickard fakes the three. He penetrates, stripped away by Fogle. Ball is loose, but Simpson comes away with it and lays it in. Wow. All the white shirts started running the other way and left the basketball. Worley gives it up left side. Grant Foster drives baseline, cut off. Bounced it for Worley. Worley kicks out to St. Superi. Zags will reset, trailing again by 4. St. Superi dribbles to his right, bounce back to Worley. Jalen into the paint, off balance and in. Back-to-back Worley buckets. Coach Few wanted to know where the foul call was. I'd agree. We play on. Bulldogs trailing by 2, 90 seconds left in the first half. Sherman out to Johnson. Bounces it to Lou. Lou trying to get around Innocente. Spins, got away with a travel, missed the shot. Ball is loose. Innocente chases it down to St. Superi. Bulldogs 2-on-2. Mario finds Fogle trailing. He lays it up and in. He's fouled. The Zags have tied it, and they have a chance to go back on top.
Oh, there you go. That's Zag basketball. Dig out a rebound and then get out and run. That time, Fogle had a better mentality receiving that pass and tried to go up there and dunk it. Got fouled, but had the mentality to score the basketball. Gonzaga finally playing with a little bit of rhythm, getting out in transition with the smaller lineup.
Well, Fogle's going to step to the free throw line. Nobody in to rebound for the Bulldogs. Davis makes the free throw, his first 3 points of the game. Gonzaga leads at 28-27. Fifth lead change of the night. I think that's 6th lead change. We also had 2 ties. Johnson picks up his dribble to Sherman between the circles. Pass knocked away from behind by Innocente, but a foul is called. Looking to Lou in the paint on the mismatch. And good job of poking the ball away, but had an arm wrapped around the waist.
I didn't see that, but if you saw it on the replay, I'm going to take your word for it. I thought he got around, but it is correct call if you get the hook on the way over the top.
Lou at the free throw line for the front end of a 1-and-1. It's off the mark. Fogle flies in and grabs a rebound. Davis brings it up the floor himself, left-handed dribble. One-handed pass to Worley in the front court. Back out to St. Superi. Zags will set up the offense here as we go under a minute to play first half. St. Superi gets a screen from Worley. Dribbles to his left. Gives it up in the corner. Innocente fakes the jump shot. Penetrates. Throws it up as he's tripped and falls to the ground, and he'll shoot free throws.
Thought he got away with a travel on the rip-through. But nonetheless, great hard move going to the middle by Innocente. He's coming up a little bit lame right now, limping a little bit.
Oh, yeah, Lou got him square with a knee to the thigh.
Ouch. Yeah, he was going full steam ahead.
Innocente will step to the free throw line. Maybe more like limp to the free throw line.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Took a pretty good one. First free throw is all net. He's still trying to walk it off. .6 seconds to play. Substitution. Smith checked in for Kennesaw State. Manny makes both free throws. He's going to head to the bench, and he's in a little bit of pain.
Yeah, caught a Charlie horse. I think that's what it is.
Dejana in for Manny.
Just need a little time to walk it off, get some heat on it.
30-27 Gonzaga. Biggest lead of the night for the Zags. Johnson across half court with a dribble. Driving on Worley, leans in, kicks it right side for a wide open look at a three. That's off the mark. Weak side rebound, Grant Foster. The miss was by Sherman. Grant Foster into the front court himself. Pass back to Worley, now St. Superi. About 6 seconds different between the shot clock and the game clock as Worley dribbles it, turns around, gets something from Coach Few, and now pass over to St. Superior as Bulldogs get the play call. 10 seconds to shoot. St. Superior waits for a screen from Dejani. Gets it, dribbles to the right wing. Passes left side to a wide open Fogle. His three is on the way. It is good, all net. Davis with 6 points here late in the half. The Bulldogs lead. Johnson pulls up with 2. It's an air ball, and the ball is out of bounds. Gonzaga with some momentum, finally headed into the locker room. Davis Fogle's 3 gives Gonzaga the 33-27 advantage. I think the officials right now are going to look at the clock and make sure that there's no time left. And right now they're telling both teams to... Well, we had to look at that angle. I thought maybe there was like 1/10 or 2/10. My point being, let's just go to the room. But
go to the deal.
They are going to make everybody wait.
Got everybody off the floor right now. They're telling to get everybody back.
Gonzaga with 2 spurts in that first half. After trailing 23-27, the Bulldogs go on a 10-0 run to end the half and lead it by 6. We'll keep it here. Just make sure that we don't have any more time left on the clock. And they are going to put some time on the clock, so the Dags will inbound. Let's see what they do.
Point three. Yeah, you just throw it in.
Coach Hughes laughing with the official right now, saying pretty much the same thing. Everybody just standing around. I will say 3/10 you can get a shot on goal, right? I mean, might as well
throw it in, go.
Yeah, that's exactly what we'll do. Inbound play to St. Superior, and now it's halftime. Score remains 33-27, Gonzaga on top. We're going to take a quick break. Halftime show coming your way next. Luke has highlights coming your way. He'll get you caught up on all of today's activity as well. We're back after this. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog Basketball from Learfield.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Can I have your attention, please? I have a big announcement. Arby's Big Crispy Fish Sandwich is back. So now you can choose between crispy fish or roast beef as your meaty entree in your $7.99 meat and 3 box. And now I have an even bigger announcement. You still get 3 sides instead of 1, which means you get crispy fish, mott sticks, curly fries, a peach cobbler roll, and a drink for just $7.99. That is all. We can't make any bigger announcements.
Arby's, we have the meats.
At participating Arby's for a limited time.
Marsh McLennan Agency is a proud sponsor of Gonzaga Sports. When it comes to insurance, how hard does your team really work for you? At Marsh McLennan Agency, we do the shopping for the right insurance carrier, ensuring you get the right coverage tailored to your needs. Our local experts are dedicated to providing personalized service backed by the resources of Marsh, the global leader in insurance. Visit MMANorthwest.com and get started on finding a better insurance coverage for you. Go Zags!
On the Gonzaga Sports Network from Learfield, welcome to the Numerica Credit Union Halftime Show. Numerica Credit Union. Life moves. Live well. Federally insured by NCAA. We'll bring you stats and analysis from the first 20 minutes, as well as a look at scores from around the nation. Let's go back to the network studios. Here's Luke Hallett.
33-27, round 1 of the 2026 NCAA tournament. Gonzaga has the lead over Kennesaw State, in large part to a 10-0 run over the last 99 seconds. In half number 1, as we dive into some of the highlights from our opening stanza of play. This was a half where Gonzaga trailed for the majority of it. When it comes down to it, Kennesaw State had the lead early in this contest, but Graham Mike was getting it done, tying it at 7-all early stages.
Bounces in the corner for Braden Smith, who's in for the first time. Smith gives it up to Innocente in front of the Owls bench. 12 seconds to shoot. He finds Ike. Graham finishes, and he's fouled from behind.
Next field goal will also come from Graham Ike, with Kennesaw leading at a 14-7 clip. How about the slam from Graham Ike?
Fires a pass into the backcourt to St. Superior. Mario gets a screen from Ike. Dribbles to his left. Now to the wing. Throws it up for Graham, who throws down the two-handed dunk.
It's a good high percentage shot.
High percentage shot it was for Graham Ike. 9 points on 4 of 7 shooting. 4 boards for Graham Ike. 2 offensive and 2 defensive for the West Coast Conference Player of the Year and third-team All-American. A few possessions later, back to the well again. Graham Ike with Kennesaw State leading 16-13. Ike, basket toward the rim.
So Worley gets a screen from Ike. Spins away from the defensive pressure, gets into the paint, hop step across, off-balance shot, no good, but Ike is there to clean it up, and the Bulldogs cut the lead to 1.
Yeah, good offensive rebounds from Ike, kind of an errant shot from Worley.
Kennesaw State would go down and score again. So a few possessions later, Jalen Worley gets in the mix. 6 points on 3 of 4 shooting, 3 boards, and assist as well, plus 6 for Jalen Worley.
Fade away from 8, comes up short. Ike tips it back out. Grant Foster chases it down. Beautiful no-look pass for Jalen Worley, and the Bulldogs have come back to take the lead. It's 19-18.
Yeah, good extra effort there by Gonzaga to get an offensive rebound. Kennesaw State kind of lost.
And that 10-0 run Gonzaga went on toward the end of the half over the last minute 39 was spurned in large part due to Davis Fogle, the freshman, with 6 points on 2 of 5 shooting. He gets the and one, little hoop and the harm. Gonzaga back in front.
Ball is loose and Achente chases it down to St. Superior. Bulldogs 2-on-2. Mario finds Fogle trailing. He lays it up and in. He's fouled. The Zags have tied it, and they have a chance to go back on top.
There you go. That's Zag basketball. Dig out a rebound and then get out and run. That time, Fogle had a better mentality.
Zags basketball at its finest, and in large parts that 10-0 run, Gonzaga has a 6-point edge at the halftime break. 3-14 matchup, West Region. Gonzaga leading 33-27 over Kennesaw State, champions of Conference USA, winning 3 consecutive games in a matter of days and emerging victorious from Conference USA. We will take a timeout. We'll bring you scores from throughout the NCAA tournament when we come back. 33-27, your halftime score in Portland. Gonzaga on top of Kennesaw State. This is Gonzaga basketball from Learfield.
A small business affirmation from Progressive. Plumbers, today will be a good day. You will be profitable. Your clients will be nice. No one will stand over you and tell you how to fix the thing they actually hired you to fix. You will also feel at peace after switching to Progressive, America's #1 commercial auto insurer. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, #1 commercial auto insurer from the NAIC's 2024 National Premium Data.
Can I have your attention, please? I have a big announcement. Arby's Big Crispy Fish Sandwich is back. So now you can choose between crispy fish or roast beef as your meaty entree in your $7.99 meat and 3 box. And now I have an even bigger announcement. You still get 3 sides instead of 1, which means you get crispy fish, mott sticks, curly fries, a peach cobbler roll, and a drink for just $7.99. That is all. We can't make any bigger announcements.
Arby's, we have the meats. At participating Arby's for a limited time.
We care about your safety. If you need to break ground on a new outdoor project, be aware that buried electric and natural gas lines can be anywhere. It's the law to call 811 at least 2 business days before you dig. Spray paint white lines showing your dig zone, and a crew will mark the utility lines. Mark accuracy zone is within 2 feet of the mark, so always hand dig to expose the line first. Call 811 before you dig. The service is free for residential customers. Avista, we just want you to be safe.
Time for a check of the scores around the WCC and around the nation. Let's go to the network studios.
33-27, Gonzaga has the lead over Kennesaw State. 3-14 matchup in the West Region. Luke Hallett again with you inside the Learfield Network studios. We get you caught up on action throughout the 2026 NCAA tournament, and let's start with games in progress right now. 3-14 matchup in the South Region, Illinois and Penn. It's a 17-point advantage for the Fighting Illini, still 11 minutes to play. 64-47. Penn cut this to a 2-possession ball game in the second half. The lead has expanded all the way back to 17 for the Illini, who are 24-8 on the campaign and now boasting an impressive 3 seed in the South Region. It's halftime right now in the 8-9 matchup in the Midwest. St. Louis, the Billikens leading by 17, 49-32. Billikens getting a big first half and an impressive offensive performance as well from several different players. They shot 55% in that first half. Deion Brown went for 10 points to lead all Billikens scorers. St. Louis Shot 55% in the first half, which is 3 made threes. Getting it done so far against the Georgia Bulldogs. It's also halftime in the South region for the 2:15 matchup. That's Houston and Idaho. And it's one-sided so far. The Houston Cougars doubling up the 15-seed Idaho Vandals from the Big Sky, 48-24 at the break. Kingston Flemings has 14 points so far for Kelvin Sampson and the Houston Cougars, who are leading by 24 points at the halftime respite. Games that went final earlier today. Top-seeded Michigan knocked off 16-seed Howard 101-80 in the Midwest region. That was a 4-point ball game at halftime. Michigan led 50-46 at the break, broke it open in the second half to win by 21. Speaking of upsets, there's nothing like the NCAA tournament and upsets. 11-seed VCU, 6-seed North Carolina. It went to overtime today. VCU a big bucket.
23 to shoot now for Jennings at the midcourt logo. Neither team with a timeout. Jennings gets a screen from Hill. Djokovic trying to dive to the rim. He couldn't find him. Now it's Hill with 15 to shoot. Working against Stevenson. Hill wants to go to work. Cross. Step back three on the way. And good. He splashes it home. 80-78 VCU in front.
Noah Eagle from Westwood won on the call. VCU upends the 6-seed North Carolina 82-78. VCU's first win in the NCAA tournament in 10 years. And the Rams knock off North Carolina by 4, who led by as many as 19, including 11 at the halftime break. And VCU moving on. Texas toppled 6-seed BYU 11-6 today, 79-71. Texas already has 2 wins in the NCAA tournament. They defeated NC State in the first 4 matchup and then take down BYU by 8. So the winner of Gonzaga and Kennesaw State will take on Texas Longhorns with the victory today over BYU. Texas A&M went to battle with 7-seed St. Mary's today. The Gales, on paper, had the advantage, but Texas A&M getting some explosive plays.
Arauskas, a little push shot from 10 feet away, no good. Clements the rebound, outlet ahead to Holloway, far side. Hash mark on the far side of the floor. Holloway to the foul line, lob it up, and Vinson comes from the rafters to throw it down. More points in the paint. 48-29, Texas A&M.
Ted Emmerich from Westwood won on the call. Texas A&M dispatching St. Mary's 63-50. Number 1 overall seed today, Duke struggled with the 16-seed Siena Saints. 71-65. Duke picks up the win, but they trailed at halftime and trailed by as many as 13 in this contest. But the Blue Devils hang on for the win over Siena. Cam Boozer a double-double, 22 points, 13 boards. The 3-seed Michigan State, they had no problem today with North Dakota State. Some aerial acrobatics today from the Spartans.
In the short corner, pivoting around, Wheeler Thomas off balance, corner 3 short. Loose ball, Fields has it. Michigan State in transition, lobbed up, Takar, watch out! He completes the 2-hand slam and the alley-oop from Jeremy Fears. 45-25, Michigan State ahead.
Pat McCarthy from Westwood won on the call. 92-67 will be your final score. Spartans moving on to take on the Louisville Cardinals. 4-seed Nebraska today. They came into the 2026 NCAA tournament without a single win in the tournament in their program's history. That all changed today.
Bryce Sanford around a screen from Mast. He pulls on a 3. Give it to him again. 6 3-pointers. How was Bryce Sanford that open? It's 44-30 Nebraska.
Ted Emmerich again from Westwood won on the call. 76-47. Cornhuskers over the Trojans of Troy from the Sun Belt. Nebraska will move on to take on the Vanderbilt Commodores, who dispatched 12th seed McNeese today, 78-68. 3-point game at halftime. Vanderbilt able to pick up the victory there. Speaking of upsets, High Point and Wisconsin today. 12th seed from the Big South, the High Point Panthers. 5 seed from the Big Ten Conference, Wisconsin Badgers, the favorite on paper, but they play this game on the hardwood.
10 seconds to shoot. Boyd out front. Boyd dribbling left. Crosses right. Into the paint. Jump stop inside. Reverse layup. No good. Rebound inside. Martin's got it. Ahead. Johnston on the run to the basket. Laid it in. 10 seconds to go. Brody with the inbound to Boyd, and a timeout taken by High Point before the inbound.
Ryan Radke from Westwood won on the call. High Point picks up their first win in their program's history in the NCAA tournament, 83-82. The Panthers made the dance last year, lost to the Purdue Boilermakers. This year as a 12th seed, they topple Wisconsin 83-82. Chase Johnston, who had that layup there, his first make First made bucket from 2-point range this year. Each and every other one of his field goals had come from 3. Games that also went final today, Louisville over South Florida in 83-79 fashion. Louisville Cardinals take on the Michigan State Spartans in that 6-11 matchup, the win for Louisville. And then the first game all the way back at 9:15 local time, TCU knocks off Ohio State in the 8-9 matchup. The 9-seed TCU moves on with a 66-64 win over the Ohio State Buckeyes, who had a shot at the buzzer from half court to try and pick up the win. TCU emerges victorious. They will do battle with the Duke Blue Devils. As for our contest, 33-27. Gonzaga has the lead over Kennesaw State. A 10-0 run over the last 99 seconds and a 12-2 run over the last 2:27. The difference so far is Gonzaga leads by 6. Honey and Mo return. Send it back out to Portland in just a moment for stats. This is Gonzaga Basketball from Learfield.
Marsh McLennan Agency is a proud sponsor of Gonzaga Sports. When it comes to insurance, how hard does your team really work for you? At Marsh McLennan Agency, we do the shopping for the right insurance carrier, ensuring you get the right coverage tailored to your needs. Our local experts are dedicated to providing personalized service backed by the resources of Marsh, the global leader in insurance. Visit MMANorthwest.com and get started on finding a better insurance coverage for you. Go Zags!
The season is heating up, and ICCU is proud to be a sponsor of Gonzaga University Athletics. From tip-off to the final buzzer, from the first game to March's biggest moments, we're cheering on the Zags and supporting fans every step of the way. With powerful digital tools, local service, and a commitment to community, ICCU is your financial partner, on and off the court. ICCU, looking after your daily balance. Let's go, Zags!
Look, I'm not going to tell you you have to have a Camel's Rewards card when you come to Northern Quest. You don't. You don't have to earn points on every dollar you spend here or enjoy prize entries, dining discounts, pre-sale concert tickets, and so on. Heck, you don't even have to receive free cash money for doing what you already do here. After all, free country, right? Camel's Rewards for all the ways you play.
We're back in Portland. Tom Hudson, Adam Morrison with you. Halftime, extended halftime during the NCAA tournament, 20 minutes. And the Bulldogs still back in their locker room. Kennesaw State just out to start getting ready for the second half. The Bulldogs lead at 33-27 as we break down our first half statistics. Graham Ike, the leading scorer for the Bulldogs, 9 points on 4 of 7 shooting from the field. He also picked up 2 personal fouls in the first half, played about 15 and a half minutes. Jalen Worley with a nice first half, had 6 points. Davis Fogle got hot late. He had 6 in the first half. Tyon Grant Foster had 6 points for the Bulldogs as well. Mario St. Superi with 4. Emmanuel Nchente scored 2 for the Bulldogs. Ace Miller 0 for 2 from the field, did not score. Brayton Smith played 2.5 minutes in the first half. Looked like he rolled his ankle. We haven't seen him since. Then Izzo Dejana gave the Bulldogs 2 minutes. Did not attempt a shot. So 12 out of 31 shooting. 1 out of 9 from 3. The Bulldogs perfect. 8 of 8 at the free throw line. Mo, if you're a Zag fan, I will give you for as ugly as those 2 first numbers, 12 out of 31 and 1 out of 9 are, maybe some reason for optimism. Zags finished the first half making 4 of the last 5 field goal attempts to take that 6-point lead.
Yeah, we flipped the rebounding around to +3 as well. Then they got the assist to turnover up. We were 1-5. Now we had 8 assists, only 5 turnovers, so we got that going. So the offensive has gotten better, and thankfully our defense has been terrific. 10 of 31 for Kennesaw State. I was saying it, a couple times, like we're lucky we're not down 15, but we've relied on our defense, especially halfway through this season. It showed in that first half. Now hopefully we can just get a rhythm offensively, extend this lead.
Now the Bulldogs finished 4 out of 5 from the field. As Will mentioned, they flipped the rebounding numbers. They were down 19-16 in rebounding at our 3-minute timeout, and then grabbed the last 6 boards of the half to go +3 on the glass, as Mo mentioned. Meanwhile, for Kennesaw State offensively, 10 out of 31 from the field. That's good for 32%. They were 2 out of 10 shooting threes, 5 of 7 at the free throw line. Caden Rickard off the bench, 3 of 4 from the field, knocked down a pair of threes. 10 points for him, his first double-digit scoring game since December the 8th. R.J. Johnson, 8 points. He was 3 of 8 from the field. And then you had Sherman and Taylor with 4 each. Simpson scored 1. 1 assist, 5 turnovers for the Owls. And again, the Zags +3 on the glass. So, Mo, for as ugly as it was and ugly as it felt, I mean, at one point, the Zags were 3 out of 14 from the field. They were 4 out of 20 to start the basketball game. So they've made 8 of their last 11 shots. And like you said, hopefully can extend this thing early, because one of the things in these tournaments, we've seen it every single time, the longer that you let a team hang around, the harder it gets to finish it off.
Harder it gets, the more that the crowd gets behind the lower seed, right, or the higher seed. And then, it gives them hope and belief. So we got to come out here with a great thrust offensively. It's kind of funny. Our best lineup was when Graham went out. And that's not saying he's not terrific, but we just kind of played small and got up and down the floor and ran, and we got easier shots, obviously.
Zags 33, Kennesaw State 27. Second half action coming your way from the Moda Center right after this. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog Basketball from Learfield.
Anyone who works for themselves has the toughest boss on the planet, a real taskmaster with no respect for nights or weekends. Still, it doesn't have to be lonely at the top. Wheatland Bank makes running a business seamless with a careful mix of personal service, deep resources, and the latest tech. After all, you're only human. Unlike that bully whose name's on the door, your 5-star Wheatland Bank. Relationships you can count on.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Spokane International Airport is a proud sponsor of Gonzaga Athletics. The airport connects Zags fans and alums with over 60 daily departures to more than 20 nonstop destinations provided by 7 major airlines, as well as one-stop connections to most major metropolitan centers throughout the U.S. Real-time arrival and flight departure information is available at SpokaneAirports.net. Spokane International Airport, when it's time to fly.
Living a healthy, happy life is built on a foundation of good habits, wholesome foods, plenty of sleep, regular exercise, and for women, a breast cancer risk assessment by age 25, and annual screening mammograms beginning at 40. Our convenient Spokane area locations make scheduling your mammogram easy. Schedule your exam today. Call 509-455-4455 or visit www.inlandimaging.com/appointments.
Ready for the second half here in Portland. Mo, what do you want to see out of the Zags to close this thing out after a slow start?
Obviously, continue to do a better job on the glass, get out and run. I bet that's been our best offense so far, so try to create your defense, turn it into offense, get the ball off the rim, and push. Coach Few was saying that to Mario to start the game, and he was right. This is a really good half-court defensive team in Kennesaw State, but obviously if you can get out and push and get numbers, get easier shots.
Gonzaga fell behind by 7. They were down 14-7. The Zags went on a 12-4 run to take the lead, only to see Kennesaw State come back and go on top. Owls led for 14 minutes and 12 seconds in the first half. The Bulldogs led for under 4 minutes in a game that featured 6 lead changes, 3 ties. After the Zags went on that 12-4 run to take the lead, Kennesaw State went back on top, and then Gonzaga with a 10-0 run to end the half. It has its largest lead of the game, 33-27, as we get ready for the final 20 minutes here at the Moda Center. The starters for the Zags, Ike, St. Superior, Miller, Innocente, and Worley. To open the second half, again, Graham has 2 personal fouls, picked one up late in the second. The Zags are out on the floor. They will move right to left in the final 20 minutes of tonight's game. Here comes Kennesaw State, and it will be Owl basketball. They've got their starters out there to open the second half as well. Simpson, Sherman, Johnson, Liu, and Taylor. Inbound to Johnson, and we're underway in the second half. Picked up immediately by Innocente. Bounced the pass 3-point line left side into the hands of Taylor. Taylor dribbling to his right, going right at Ike. Gets up a little one-hander, halfway down, pops out into the hands of Worley. Jalen with his head up, brings the Bulldogs into the front court. Dribbling to his left, hands it off to St. Superior. Brings it back out between the circles. Mario Cole's out to play. Screen from Ike. Dribbles to his left. Skip pass right corner. Miller fakes the three, dribbles into a little one-hander and hits.
Nice play right there on the skip pass. Attack the closeout, simple pull-up jump shot.
Zags with their biggest lead, up by 8, scoring on their first possession of the half. Johnson into the paint with a dribble, bounces it out left side into the hands of Sherman. Sherman gives it back to Johnson, who's in front of the Owls bench, defended by Miller this time. Backing him down, gets into the paint, off-balance shot, won't go down, but a whistle and a foul on Miller.
I just don't see the foul in that situation. I mean, of all the contact, Miller beats him to the spot to the middle of the floor. Where do you see the foul here? We're watching it.
Nowhere.
I just don't see how they can call that. And then there's plays on both ends where guys are getting hammered on inside and they don't call it. So I'm just always perplexed with the phantom call.
But Johnson gets the first one to go. That ends a 12-0 run for the Bulldogs. Extended back to the first half. Johnson makes both free throws. 35-29. St. Sperry brings it across half court. Actually, let's stop there. Bounce it to Worley, who's into the offensive end. Back to St. Sperry. St. Sperry trying to throw the alley-oop, and he throws it away. The pass was short as he looked for Innocente cutting out of the corner. Play was there, just not quite executed. Here's Sherman dribbling on the right wing, poked away from him by Ace Miller out of bounds.
Well, we saw in the scout that Kennesaw State runs that 1-3-1, and that's what they were in. So the baseline side is going to be open, but that was a 35-foot lob. Easy to recover from.
Johnson has it. Off the inbound, dribbles to the high post left side, kicks it back to the right for a three. It's on the way and no good for Sherman. Innocente flies in to grab the rebound for Gonzaga. To St. Sperry in the front court for Worley. Worley gets into the paint. Beautiful no-look bounce pass, and Innocente lays it in. Zags lead is back to 8, at 37-29. Johnson finds the cutter. Taylor lays it up and in. Worley into the front court, picks up the dribble, pass over to Innocente. He finds Ike. Ike fakes the jump shot, gets the defender in the air, drives and scores. A very late whistle, but Graham finally gets a call he's been looking for, and he'll head to the free throw line.
Yeah, they're attacking the pass. You can get penetration either by the dribble, but more importantly by the pass. Those bottom dunker spots, short corner, whatever you want to call it, is where you can attack a 1-3-1. The guys are doing a good job the last couple possessions of just looking through the defense and finding the seams.
Ike into double figures. He has 11. Free throw on the way for Graham, and it's all net. 3-point play. Zags by 9. It's 40-31. Johnson with the left-handed dribble into the front court, short pass to Taylor between the circles. He directs traffic, dribbling to his left, hands it back to Johnson. That's a screen for Johnson, who's got a little shake and fake going. One-handed pass over right side to Sherman. He spins, kicks back out to Johnson, catches and fires. The three from the left side, nowhere close. St. Sperry rebounds, gets it away to Miller. Bulldogs on the run. Miller leaves it for Ike. Ike goes up, looking for the dunk. He is hammered from behind. He'll head to the free throw line.
Yeah, that's much better Zag basketball, getting the ball off the rim and quick, deep outlets. Great pass, trail pass right there from Miller to Ike. Froze the defender with his eyes. Made the right decision. Much better offensive flow so far in this second half.
Ike will shoot 2 this time. First one is perfect. Substitution. An early one for the Owls. Lou checks out. Rickard checks in. Graham makes both. He's perfect from the line, 4 out of 4, and the Bulldogs extend the lead to 42-31. Kennesaw State with the ball. Sherman out top with it. Taylor calls for it. He's got it at 30 feet. Hands it off to Johnson. Back to Taylor on the pick and roll. Power dribble into the paint. Shot wouldn't go. Ball tipped. Gonzaga controls another rebound. Worley has it up the right side for Ace Miller. Miller, one-handed pass in the near corner. St. Superi fakes the three. Now fires the three. It's off the mark. Innocente tipping and trying to control the rebound. Knocks it out to Miller. Miller picks up his dribble. Fires to St. Superi. Bounce quickly. Low block left side. Ike. Ike tries to reverse. Has it blocked. Got it right back. Graham in front of the GU bench. Finds St. Superi at the free throw line. He spins around. A little off balance shot, rims out. Ball is tipped. No good. Innocente trying to tip it. No again for the Bulldogs. And then Jalen Worley's called for the foul on the rebound attempt.
A lot of opportunities at the rim. I like the effort, though. I'd rather have those missed field goals than what we had in the first half, kind of one and dones and nothing with any force. So our guys are playing harder, getting thrust towards the rim.
Rebounding numbers have flipped. +9 now for the Bulldogs. +11 on the scoreboard. Johnson into the front court, bounces it at the three-point line to Lou. Back to Johnson. Johnson trying to get around Innocente, denied on the drive. One-handed pass out top for Taylor. Fakes the three, dribbles with the left hand, gets to the right and finishes. 42-33. Innocente quickly into the front court. One-handed pass out to St. Superi, now Worley. Worley dribbling to his left, short pass on the sideline, Miller. Ace gets a screen from Worley. Pass back out for St. Superi. Bounce free throw line, Ike trying to throw it over the tap for Worley, and it was tipped and stolen by the Owls. Gonzaga's lead is 9. Rickard into the front court, gets a screen from Taylor, dribbles back to his left, fires a pass in the near corner. There's a drive by Lou, kick back out for Taylor. Taylor hands it off for Simpson. Simpson back to Taylor at the free throw line, 11 seconds to shoot. Had it poked away by Ike, got it back, found a cutter coming down the baseline. He steps out of bounds. That's Lou who turns it over, and Gonzaga's going to have the ball coming out of this timeout. 42-33, Zags on top. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
The season is heating up, and ICCU is proud to be a sponsor of Gonzaga University Athletics. From tip-off to the final buzzer, from the first game to March's biggest moments, we're cheering on the Zags and supporting fans every step of the way. With powerful digital tools, local service, and a commitment to community, ICCU is your financial partner, on and off the court. ICCU, looking after your daily balance. Let's go, Zags!
Support Gonzaga basketball through NIL. Zags Collective is the leading NIL collective supporting Zags student athletes through name, image, and likeness. Zags Collective creates opportunities for student athletes to engage with the community and grow their brand. Plus, you get access to autograph sessions, exclusive events, and more. Become a member today. Go to zagsnilcollective.com and get started.
At Western National Insurance, we're passionate about the power of nice. That's because nice isn't just a word. It's our way of doing business. It's about surpassing expectations, bringing kindness and decency to our work, and providing a helping hand when you need it most. And we've been putting nice first for more than a century. Find out just how powerful nice can be. Contact your independent insurance agent today and ask for Western National.
You're listening to Gonzaga basketball from Learfield.
Gets all the way to the rim for another monstrous dunk, and the Bulldogs have scored 12 straight to go on top.
Let's go back courtside. Once again, alongside two-time NBA champion Adam Morrison. Here's the voice of Gonzaga basketball, Tom Hudson.
Now, after a shaky start where the Zags trailed for most of the first half, and GU is leading at 42-33 with 15:40 to play. We'll visit Spokane, home of the Gonzaga Bulldogs. This busy city along the roaring Spokane River Gorge has it all. Culinary, beer, wine, entertainment, and outdoor adventure. Whether you already live in the area or you're looking for a vacation, start planning adventures now. Go to visitspokane.com. Live like a Zag. Now, the Bulldogs much more aggressive coming out of the locker room. They're 3 out of 7 from the field. Graham Ike with 14 points now. In the double figures. He's scored in double figures every game he's played this year except for one. And out to a nice start here offensively in the second half. And that rebounding number has really flipped. And we saw that energy in those first 4+ minutes of the second half. Gonzaga has just flipped that whole narrative there after they were really getting hammered on the glass early.
Yeah, it was something that was, I guarantee, addressed at halftime by the players themselves, too. Man, we got to get on the glass. This team is not shooting the ball. They're staying in the game. Talking about Kennesaw State by just pushing us around underneath. So obviously plenty of basketball left, 15:40 left in the game, but it's nice to see the effort for our guys just really, delivering the first blow. That's the biggest thing, rebounding the basketball. It's not just how high you can jump. Can you deliver the first blow and be the first one to pursue?
St. Superi brings the ball across the timeline. They try to trap him. He turns it over. Lou comes away with it. Lou power dribble, challenging St. Superi. He scores, and Mario's whistled for the personal foul. Just a basic pass with one guy out top there, Mo, and Zags turn it over.
That's a double whammy. He turns it over, then he fouls. And one situation, it's
Lou to the free throw line. It won't stay down. Worley has the rebound. Remains a 7-point Gonzaga lead. Worley into the front court. Gives it up left side to Chente. Right back out top for Worley. Looking down low. Ike calling for it. Can't get it to him. Pass over left side into Chente. Gets a screen from Graham. Dribbles to 14 feet. Bounces it back to Graham. Ball is loose. Graham picks it up. Power dribble. Goes up. Misses the shot. 3 black shirts surrounded him. Couldn't get it to go. Johnson heads the other way with it. And Chente slows him down. Taylor sets a screen. Here's Johnson on the move and just puts his shoulder right into Graham Ike's chest, and Graham is whistled for the personal foul. It's another one, Mo, that I just don't like.
That's a big situation, though, Huddy. That's 3 fouls. Yep. So what do you do if you're Coach Few? Exactly 15 minutes left. You got our best player with 3 personals. I think he's going to leave him in the game and trust him, but
2 shots coming for Johnson. Bulldogs had that big push as that one rattles around and finally drops. They got the lead to 11, but slowing down here a little bit. Miller and Worley are going to check out. Grant Foster and Fogle are in for the Bulldogs. Johnson goes 1 for 2. Ike rebounds the miss. 42-36 Zags on top. One-handed pass in the front court from St. Superi to Grant Foster. He's on the far side of the floor. Bounces it in the corner for Fogle. Back out to Grant Foster. Now out top for Chente. St. Superi has it. They back off into that zone again. Chente now. Right side Fogle in the corner for Grant Foster. Steps back. Shoots a 3 off the dribble. It's off the mark. And the rebound is secured by Rickard for Kennesaw State. Looked like the Zags maybe starting to take control, but instead here come the Owls as Rickard flips it in for his 11th and 12th points.
Terrible.
42-38. There's a bounce pass over to Fogle. Fogle looks in the far corner for Grant Foster. Bumped off balance by Rickard. Still gets up a wild shot. It's off the mark. The rebound goes to Kennesaw State. Here's Rickard with a chance to cut into the lead again. It's just 4 for the Zags. Johnson in front of the Owls bench trying to get around Chente. Gets into the paint, kicks it out for Taylor. Taylor, free throw line jumper, rims out. The ball is tipped by St. Superi right to the Owls. Nobody secured it for GU. Rickard, a little push off. Drives, spins, shoots, and it's an air ball. Rebound goes to St. Superi, and finally we're going to get a foul call.
Push foul, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Rickard was
around a little bit here. Pretty good individual defense. Got to give Mario credit there. He chest bumped the driver twice and then caused the air ball there.
Bulldogs have given up 7 straight points. An 11-point lead has dwindled to 4.
Manage this 1-3-1.
St. Superi across half court picks up his dribble. He's trapped immediately, able to get it away to Ike. Ike picks up his dribble, gives it up to Fogle. Fogle 3-point line, left side, driving. Gets into the paint, leans in, shot off the glass, too strong, and it's Taylor who has the rebound. Rickard into the front court on the left sideline. Picks it up, feeds Taylor. Taylor had it poked away. St. Superi comes away with it, bounced in the front court for Grant Foster. Tyon lays it up. He's fouled from behind.
Great pass by St. Superi.
We'll get a look at a replay. Yeah, just a fantastic bounce pass. Tyon fouled from behind, and we'll shoot free throws. Lou picks up his second. I'm not sure what the delay is for the official. Now finally giving Tyon the basketball. And the first free throw is good. That ends a 7-0 run for the Owls. Tyon misses the second. Graham Ike tries to tip it in, but he can't, so 1 out of 2. Zags lead is 5. Rickard across half court, short pass to Taylor. Over to Johnson. Johnson picks up his dribble. There's a baseline drive, off balance runner, won't go down. Grant Foster rebounds the miss by Simpson. Tyon brings up the floor himself. Owls get back defensively, leaves it for Ike. Ike quickly snaps a pass right side. St. Superior back to Graham on the pick and roll. Graham gets all the way to the rim. Can't finish the shot. Very uncharacteristic of Graham Ike. And Owls come away with a rebound. Johnson dribbles to his right, pull up, misses the three, and then a late whistle as he falls to the ground. Grant Foster picks up the personal, and they'll shoot 3 free throws. I want to see this replay. I thought he was falling down.
Yeah, he fell into him. That's a bad call. Usually I'm the critical one talking about don't foul a jump shooter, but he was already landed and then he stuck his hip out. That's a terrible call.
And Johnson to the line. His first one is good. Zags still have a lot of work to do here with 12:29 to play. They had to lead up to 11, but Kennesaw State has come right back. That free throw's off the mark. A couple of substitutions. Looks like Perry Smith, Jaden Harris check in. Johnson gets ready for his third free throw. And that one is good. So 43-40. The Zags lead is 3. Great energy out of the locker room, but a lull here for Gonzaga. Inocente has it. Bounced it back to St. Superior. Picks up his dribble to Inocente again. Bounce to St. Superior. Catches and fires. That 3 won't go down. Grant Foster trying to secure the rebound. Can't, and he loses it out of bounds. Kennesaw State has the ball. And Zags had an opportunity to get some separation, had just a careless turnover at half court, and that has led to a layup. It's kind of sparked this Kennesaw State team. Johnson calling for a screen on the left perimeter. Picks up his dribble. Inocente pressures. Here's a pass for Smith. Hand it back to Johnson. Across the paint. Blocked by Ike. Johnson got it back. Underhanded flip. Here's a shot. Up and in. It's good for Sherman. The Bulldogs lead that was 11 is now 1. Inocente gives it up to St. Superior. Bounces it to Grant Foster on the baseline. Dribbles into the paint with it. Spins around. Kicks it out to St. Superior. Extra pass Inocente. He'll catch and shoot. That 3 is good. Zags needed that one from Manny. It's 46-42. Rickard holds. Gives it up to Smith, who hands it back to Rickard. Rickard trying to get around St. Superior with a right-handed drive. Can't. Switches to his left. Passes in the corner. Here's a drive by Sherman. He slips and falls. Ball ends up in the hands of Grant Foster. Tyon, one man to beat, and he gets the bucket.
There could have been a foul there on an and one, right?
Yeah,
I thought they were
hands
trying
on.
to, yeah. Good finish nonetheless by Grant Foster.
Johnson gives it up in the right corner, gets it right back. Pass out top to Smith. Smith directs traffic. Hands it off for Harris. Harris' pass is almost stolen, but looks like maybe a timeout was called.
Yep.
Yeah, timeout was called by Kennesaw State with 10:37 to play in our basketball game. Owls will have it, 11 seconds to shoot when we come back from this timeout. Third-seeded Gonzaga 48, Kennesaw State 42. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
Anyone who works for themselves has the toughest boss on the planet, a real taskmaster with no respect for nights or weekends. Still, it doesn't have to be lonely at the top. Wheatland Bank makes running a business seamless with a careful mix of personal service, deep resources, and the latest tech. After all, you're only human. Unlike that bully whose name's on the door, your 5-star Wheatland Bank. Relationships you can count on.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When you're on the move and looking for nonstop college sports action, get the Varsity Network app and take the game with you everywhere. Stream live play-by-play from schools across the country right from your phone, free. Catch hundreds of weekly podcasts, including shows from your favorite teams, all in one place. From football Saturdays to midweek hoops, it's your all-access pass to the college sports world. Whether it's game day or just your daily drive, the Varsity Network app has you covered. Download now and listen live for free on the Varsity Network app.
Steel deals are happening now. From instant savings on select power tools to free battery offers on some of our most popular battery sets, you can enjoy great deals and do it all with Steel battery. For more details, shop online or in-store at your local Steel dealer. Offer valid for a limited time only on select items at participating dealers while supplies last.
Back at the Moda Center where Gonzaga has a 6-point lead, 48-42 over Kennesaw State with 10 minutes and 37 seconds to play. AgWest Farm Credit is a financial cooperative that provides financing, crop insurance, and related services to farmers and ranchers across the West. From small family businesses to large operations, AgWest brings the experience and financial know-how to help you grow your best future. Tom Lutz and Adam Morrison with you here. Glad you could join us for the Zags opening round NCAA tournament game. And Mo, that rebounding number seems to kind of be telling us how the flow of this game is going. And the Bulldogs had really come back and started to put a number on Kennesaw State, but those last 4 or 5 possessions, Kennesaw State has gotten in there, grabbed some rebounds, and just they've kind of returned to being the aggressor here over these last 4 or 5 minutes.
It's been a game of runs, obviously, but it's kind of, who's going to pound the glass and kind of just keep pounding the nail to the wood, right? Because nobody's really shooting the ball well in spurts. Kennesaw State's got back in the game by playing good defense and pounding the glass.
There's the inbound play to Lou. Lou spins into the paint on Worley, who's returned. Shot won't go down. Ball's tipped over the backboard. It will be Gonzaga basketball.
I thought Worley got him on the arm there on that little jump hook right there. I thought that was going to be a foul.
They didn't call it, and with that stoppage in play, we had a timeout on the coaches. Timeout. Now we have a timeout at our 12-minute mark. Zags lead it 48-42. They'll have the ball when we come back. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from their field.
Can I have your attention, please? I have a big announcement. Arby's Big Crispy Fish Sandwich is back. So now you can choose between crispy fish or roast beef as your meaty entree in your $7.99 meat and 3 box. And now I have an even bigger announcement. You still get 3 sides instead of 1, which means you get crispy fish, mott sticks, curly fries, a peach cobbler roll, and a drink for just $7.99. That is all. We can't make any bigger announcements.
Arby's, we have the meats. At participating Arby's for a limited time.
Marsh McLennan Agency is a proud sponsor of Gonzaga Sports. When it comes to insurance, how hard does your team really work for you? At Marsh McLennan Agency, we do the shopping for the right insurance carrier, ensuring you get the right coverage tailored to your needs. Our local experts are dedicated to providing personalized service backed by the resources of Marsh, the global leader in insurance. Visit MMANorthwest.com and get started on finding a better insurance coverage for you. Go Zags!
At Western National Insurance, NICE is a little word that does big things for everyone. NICE is a helping hand when you need it most, and the peace of mind that comes from knowing you can trust the person on the other end of the call. For more than a century, we've been protecting individuals, families, and businesses with NICE as our foundation. Experience the power of NICE for yourself. Ask your independent insurance agent for Western National.
Zags basketball lives here on the Gonzaga Sports Network from Learfield.
All the way to the rim and rises up to throw it down. It's
85-68.
Let's go back courtside. Now, alongside first-team All-American Adam Morrison, here's the voice of Gonzaga basketball, Tom Hudson.
The Zags trailed by 7 in the first half. They've led by as many as 11 in the second. Currently enjoy a 48-42 lead over 14-seeded Kennesaw State with 10.5 minutes to play. Play Zag Nation, this one's big. ICCU is giving away 2 Gonzaga men's basketball tickets, 2 $100 Visa gift cards, and a Gonzaga bundle of swag to 1 lucky winner. You can enter at any ICCU Spokane branch through April the 6th. See iccu.com/Zags for more details and official rules. Go Zags. Graham Ike will stay out there with those 3 personal fouls with Fogle, Innocente, St. Superi, and Worley. It'll be Rickard, Harris, Lou, Smith, and Sherman for Kennesaw State, who's going to show that zone again. Worley gives it up to St. Superi, right back to Worley. Dribbles in the front court, throws the alley-oop. Fogle catches it and hammers it home. Bulldogs lead by 8. Rickard has it on the left side. Picks up his dribble at the three-point line. Spins around. Short pass for Lou. Lou driving. Bumped off balance. Got it back. Little fade away from 12 is all net. Tough shot. Fogle into the front court. Finds St. Superi trailing. Now right side for Worley. Jalen bouncing on the sideline. Innocente drives. Finds Fogle wide open. Left corner 3. The freshman can't get it to go. Rims out. Worley rebounds. Gives it back to Fogle, who's into the paint. Leans in. Has his shot rejected. Ike chases down the loose basketball. He's being hammered. And finally a whistle. Good effort from the Zags on that possession. Couldn't quite get the shot to go, and Coach Pugh was really letting the official have it. I think after Graham got hit 7 times, the whistle finally blew.
Just get clubbed out there, and it's got to be called, especially around the basket.
Zags inbound to St. Superi in the backcourt. Dribbles it back into the offensive end. Screen from Ike. Mario, little hesitation dribble, gives it up on the sideline for Fogle. Back out top Innocente. Fogle again, a three-point line on the left side. Ike calls for it. Posting up, being knocked off balance. Instead, it's out to Worley. Worley with 4 seconds to shoot. St. Superi coming off a screen, fires a contested 3 and hits it. A big one for Mario. The Bulldogs lead is back to 9.
Contested. Big-time shot. That needed to happen for Gonzaga.
The answer is off the mark. No good by Lou. Rebound goes to Gonzaga. Fogle one-handed pass to the front court. St. Superi to Fogle. Left side Innocente. Thought about a 3, pulled it down. Ike's posting up. The defender had an arm wrapped around Graham's throat, and he's complaining about the foul call. And it wasn't anything intentional, as they were just battling for position, but Smith, who committed the foul, is going to check out. Back in is Taylor. He's got him wrapped up, and the arm goes up. Whistle finally blown. Fogle has ball between the circles, left side pass St. Superi. St. Superi bounces high post. Worley, no-look pass Innocente. 3 from the left corner is an air ball. Fogle flies in, grabs the rebound for GU. Back out to Worley. 7 seconds to shoot. Jalen spins, throws it up. Shot wouldn't go. Ball is tipped out and chased down by St. Superi. One-handed pass to Fogle. Fogle's going to try to penetrate. Little pull-up from 8 comes up short, but it goes in. Hit the rim, popped off the glass, and dropped for the freshman. The lead is back to 11.
I'd like to see more of that from him. Every time he goes right, he doesn't like to shoot the pull-up. He has the advantage height-wise.
8:25 to play. This ties the biggest lead for Gonzaga. Lou looking over the top, finds Taylor on the little pick and roll there. Taylor lays it in. 55-46 as we approach 8 minutes to play. Taylor, the freshman, into double figures with 10. Worley in the backcourt with it, dribbles it across the timeline. Here comes a trap. Jalen picks up his dribble, bounces it away to St. Superi. Mario on the drive, finds Fogle. Fogle with another two-handed dunk. Fogle with 12. The lead is 57-46. Johnson loses the handle on the dribble, chase it down just before it goes across the timeline. Picks up his dribble, bounce, pass stolen by Worley. Jalen's on the run, 1 man to beat. It's Johnson, goes up for the dunk, and Johnson commits the personal foul. Well, Jalen had that cocked. We don't see him try to turn it over very often, Mo.
Well,
he was ready to do it, and Johnson gave him a good hip check.
Especially when he's got the bad wheel as it is, so I'm glad he got up quickly.
This stoppage in play brings us to an official timeout. Kennesaw State made a run. The Zags have responded. Still have work to do with 7:32 to play. Zags 57, Owls 46. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog Basketball from Learfield.
Living a healthy, happy life is built on a foundation of good habits, wholesome foods, plenty of sleep, regular exercise, and for women, a breast cancer risk assessment by age 25, and annual screening mammograms beginning at 40. Our convenient Spokane area locations make scheduling your mammogram easy. Schedule your exam today. Call 509-455-4455 or visit www.inlandimaging.com/appointments.
The season is heating up, and ICCU is proud to be a sponsor of Gonzaga University Athletics. From tip-off to the final buzzer, from the first game to March's biggest moments, we're cheering on the Zags and supporting fans every step of the way. With powerful digital tools, local service, and a commitment to community, ICCU is your financial partner, on and off the court. ICCU, looking after your daily balance. Let's go, Zags!
Support Gonzaga basketball through NIL. Zags Collective is the leading NIL collective supporting Zags student athletes through name, image, and likeness. Zags Collective creates opportunities for student athletes to engage with the community and grow their brand. Plus, you get access to autograph sessions, exclusive events, and more. Become a member today. Go to ZagsNILCollective.com and get started.
We're back in Portland. Tom Hudson, Adam Morrison with you as the Bulldogs lead it 57-46. Still 7:32 to play here in this opening round game. Earn your bragging rights at Northern Quest with more slot machines, table games, restaurants, lounges, and luxury hotel rooms than anyone else in the region. Northern Quest, yes, the best. More at northernquest.com. Gonzaga has 2 players in double figures. Graham Ike has 14 on 5 of 11 shooting. Davis Fogle, 12 points in his NCAA tournament debut. He's 5 of 11 from the field. Jalen Worley leads the Zags with 9 rebounds. That number's gone back up to double figures, Mo, and doesn't it seem like that's kind of been the telltale sign? The team that's made the run has been the team that's been dominating the last year since kind of the end of the first half.
Yeah, that's allowed us to get out and transition, and we're 10-2 in fast break points, but that really propelled us late in that first half, and it's carried over a little bit in spurts in the second half. Crazy when you can get the ball off the rim when people are out of position. You can throw it ahead. Much easier it is to score. So, good job by our guys of understanding the mission there to get the glass handled.
Jalen's first free throw is good. Second one on the way. He makes that one as well. Gonzaga has its biggest lead of the night. It's 59-46. Owls move it into the hands of Johnson. Picks up his dribble. Now they pass in left corner. Sherman has it there. Backing down Worley. Double comes. Kicks it out. Harris thought about a shot, pulled it down, hands it to Sherman, who gives it away to Johnson in front of the Owls bench with 5 seconds to shoot. Pull-up jumper from 17, barely draws iron. Loose ball secured by Ike. Quickly to St. Superior, now to Fogle. Fogle's got Innocente if he wants to find him, and turns it over instead. Had the 2-on-1, wanted to take it himself, and got stuck. And the Bulldogs are going to catch a break because Mo would like to point out every once in a while when fast breaks go sideways, just go
off 2 every time. Everybody does the Euro step, and then they just get a power outage. Just go off 2 and score the ball.
Bulldogs blow a fast break opportunity, and then the Owls do the same. Lead still 13 for the Zags. St. Superior right side pass to Worley. Out top for Innocente. Ike calling for it. Flips over the top. Graham gets 2 defenders in the air. He misses the shot, but he'll head to the free throw line.
Good high-low action. There was a front. There was a flash from the weak side. Good basketball by Gonzaga Graham Ike did an excellent job of sealing his defender.
Graham had his headband knocked off. He's getting that situated before he steps to the line. Graham will shoot 2. And the first one is a little too strong. His first miss from the line tonight. Second one's good for Ike. He has 15 to go along with 8 boards. Lead grows to 14 at 60-46. There's a drive, an attempted strip by Worley, and a foul is called on Jalen. That's number 3 on Worley. Ike also has 3 for the Zags. Johnson to inbound on the baseline. Gets it in the near corner to Simpson, who's returned. Simpson spins around, hands it back to Johnson. Johnson trying to get around St. Superi, bullies him into the paint and hits the shot.
Nice move right there.
Yeah, big, strong kid, man. He can get to his spot. Johnson with 15 points now. Worley walks it across half court. Hands it off to St. Superi. One-handed bounce pass right side. Innocente has it to the three-point line. Out top for Worley. Worley flips it in the paint. Caught by Ike. Gets a couple defenders in the air. Off-balance shot is no good, and the rebound goes to Taylor. Johnson brings it up the left side. Bulldogs lead is 60-48. Under 6 to go. Here's a drive by Taylor and a finish over St. Superi. Back-to-back buckets. It's 60-50. Gonzaga on top. Worley looking over the top. Pass intended for Ike, and a foul's going to be called on Lou, trying to poke the ball away from behind.
Kind of got lucky on that. It was an errant pass by Worley down low. I thought that was legal defense.
That's going to be number 4 on Lou, and we'll get a substitution. Lou's going to stay out there. Harris heads to the bench, and Sherman's back in. Front end of the 1-and-1 for Graham is good. Another one of those games for Graham where it hasn't been easy by any stretch of the imagination, but he has delivered. That free throw gives him 17 points and pushes the lead back to 12 for the Zags. Johnson across half court. Short pass left side. Lou drives, kicks for a wide open 3. It's no good. Rebound Worley had it knocked away from behind. It's saved to Taylor. He gathers it, scores it, and we'll get a foul.
Where's the foul?
I don't know. I'm trying to see who he called it on. He called that on Worley.
He's standing straight up. I just don't watch this. Look at that.
Oh yeah, no, that's.
He's literally putting his hands up like surrendering. I don't understand it sometimes. I guess if he's in the circle, he doesn't jump, but I mean, he's literally under the basket, like surrendering. Yeah. You're going to make the layup. I'm not fouling, and then they call it.
62-53. This thing isn't over with 5 minutes to play. St. Superi into the front court, hands it off to Fogle. Taylor now with 15 points, 7th straight double-figure game for him. Innocente top of the key, gives up to St. Superi. Left side, three-point line, dribbles to the baseline, now back out for Worley. Worley 12 seconds to shoot for St. Superi again. Sets a screen for Mario, who retreats with the dribble. Calls for a screen from Ike, gets it, dribbles to his left. 4 seconds to shoot. Mario's going to step back, shoot a deep one. It's no good. Fogle flies in. He has a rebound. 3 defenders in the air on the shot fake, and he's fouled.
Bailed out there. That was bad offense by Gonzaga. No thrust towards the rim. Contested 25-footer. Got to get something going towards the basket. We're in the bonus. Bad possession.
Looking up that replay, that should have been Lou's 5th foul.
Yeah, they gave it to somebody else.
To Sherman instead, his 3rd.
Fogle's had a terrific second half. He had a shaky first run to start. You kind of expected from a young freshman. He did the same thing in the who did we play in the
Oregon State?
Oregon State, right? Remember, he was terrible the first 4 minutes, and he ended up having a good game that game as well. So you get the jitters out.
First free throw off the mark for Davis. He'll shoot one more. That one's all net. He has 13. Bulldogs lead back into double digits at 63-53. Lou on the drive, and he'll be called for a travel. Jalen Worley pulled the chair out, and the Owls turn it over. $11 turnovers now on Kennesaw State, as St. Spirit brings the Bulldogs into the offensive end as we go under 4.5 minutes to play. Right into the front court, underhanded flip for Fogle, gets a screen from Ike, dribbling to his left, pass back, no. Gives it up in the corner to Worley. Short pass out to Ike. Ike directing traffic. Hands it off to St. Superi. Mario turns the corner, gets into the paint. Misses the shot. That's got to be an offensive goaltend. The Zags going to get the tip in from Worley, but one of the Owls grabbed the rim as the shot went up. One way or the other, give Jalen credit for a bucket, and the lead is 12. There's a drive by Taylor, pass right side, 3 on the way, and good. Counter for Sherman. Timeout called by Kennesaw State. 65-56 is the Gonzaga advantage with 3:45 to play. This timeout's going to extend into a full timeout, so we'll take it as well. We're back after this. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog Basketball from Learfield.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fans section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Look, I'm not going to tell you you have to have a Camas Rewards card when you come to Northern Quest. You don't. You don't have to earn points on every dollar you spend here or enjoy prize entries, dining discounts, pre-sale concert tickets, and so on. Heck, you don't even have to receive free cash money for doing what you already do here. After all, free country, right? Camas Rewards for all the ways you play.
At Western National Insurance, we're passionate about the power of nice. That's because nice isn't just a word. It's our way of doing business. It's about surpassing expectations, bringing kindness and decency to our work, and providing a helping hand when you need it most. And we've been putting nice first for more than a century. Find out just how powerful nice can be. Contact your independent insurance agent today and ask for Western National.
You're listening to Gonzaga Basketball from Learfield.
Fakes the pass, gets all the way to the rim and lays it in. A new season high.
Let's go back courtside. Once again, alongside two-time NBA champion Adam Morrison. Here's the voice of Gonzaga Basketball, Tom Hudson.
Gonzaga 65, Kennesaw State 56 with 3 minutes and 45 seconds to play here in Portland. Gonzaga trying to close this thing out. Led by Graham Ike, who has 17 points, 8 rebounds. Jalen Worley, double-double, 10 and 10. Davis Fogle has 13. But first, Interstate is about supporting our communities and cheering on our teams. Thank you for letting us be your trusted community bank for more than 50 years. First Interstate Bank, built for you. Member FDIC. Zags have gone plus 11 on the glass, really flipped that number. And also, it hasn't been easy necessarily, Mo, but the offensive flow has felt a little bit better when the Zags have been able to get the ball off the rim and run, and it's felt like there have been stretches here where you've seen a pretty decent Gonzaga offense, although we're not on pace to set any scoring records here tonight.
No, but you have to take what the defense gives you, and, we still got 3:45 left, so I don't want to jinx ourselves, but if we could just continue to get thrust towards the rim, attack, being in the bonus, can get out of here with a win. But it's been hard to watch. a few stretches here, especially that first one. We were, 3 for 14?
Mm-hmm.
There's paint chips flying off the rim from the bricks that we were throwing up. But luckily, Kennesaw State was doing the same thing.
Gonzaga has the ball. Here's that 1-3-1 zone again. Worley in the backcourt. Brings it across the timeline to try to trap him, able to get it away to St. Superior. Mario picks up the dribble. Bounce pass is kicked out of bounds. Zags will keep it with 20 seconds to shoot. Fogle will inbound on the far sideline. Pass it into St. Superior. Bounce over to Worley. Jalen throws the alley-oop for Fogle, who catches it and lays it in. 2 more for Fogle. He has 15 in his first NCAA tournament. Lead is back to 11. A whistle and a foul. Goes against Emmanuel Inocente and puts the Owls in the bonus. No. Jalen Worley has 4 fouls. Inocente now 3. Ike with 3. Rickard steps to the line. His first free throw is good. Rickard gave them some good minutes in the first half. That's 13 points. And that free throw ties his season high. He has 14 at 67-58. We're approaching 3 minutes to play here in Portland. St. Superior to Ike. Ike on the left wing taking his time. Here comes a double team. Graham spins right into the defender. We're getting an offensive foul call. Sherman's down. Graham got him square in the nose and completely unintentional. That double team was coming. Graham was spinning to make his move, and it was just wrong place, wrong time. And they're going to go and review this play. And before I tell you what I think, I want to see that replay, but I just think Graham's making a basketball play, right? I don't know if you could call an offensive foul if you're spinning and I run into you.
Yeah, I think the offensive foul is fair, but I hope it's not upgraded.
No, I mean, he's right in his cylinder, right? As he's coming over for that. And Graham's just going, it's a basketball move. There's some fans booing, but I mean, it's smart. Still, don't get me wrong. I mean, it's flush. You have a few fans booing, but they'll continue to take a look at it. We'll see what decision they come up with 3:06 to play in our game. Well, Gonzaga basketball is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Visit Toyota.com or your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places. Graham has 17 and 8. And we'll see what happens. This thing isn't over. It's a 9-point game with 3 minutes and 6 seconds left. Winner of this one will take on Texas. The Longhorns won in Dayton on Tuesday. Arrived here in Portland at 5 a.m. Wednesday morning and then knocked off the 6th seed BYU in our first game of this session. So Texas awaits the winner of this one. It'll be a Saturday game. The officials have all looked at the video, and now they will talk.
That's a big decision, obviously. He's got his 4th personal. They're going to get retained possession. Now they're going to get free throws. And I think it's a basketball play, unbiased or not. I think it's just a normal pivot. He doesn't leave his cylinder.
Oh, my goodness. You can tell by the reaction from the Gonzaga fans. They're saying it's a flagrant one. Well, that's the 4th foul on Graham, and it's, quite frankly, a terrible call. And if I'm allowed to double-team you where you can't see me, and you spin into me, I just don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure
what
how
you're supposed to do as the offensive player.
And again, if you don't leave your cylinder, you're supposed to be allowed to pivot and protect yourself. So that's.
So Sherman is going to step to the free throw line to shoot the free throws. He's got 2 of them coming, and the Owls will have the ball. The first one's good. And the second one just clears the rim and is in, so that cuts the lead to 67-60. Kennesaw State's going to have the basketball. Graham just walked over to Sherman to make sure he was okay. The Owls have a chance to really cut into this lead with 3:06 to play. Johnson will bring it across half court where he's met by Inocente. Will crossover dribble, gets into the paint with it, bounces it in the corner. Bobbled over there by Simpson. And we've got a foul. They're going to call a block on Mario. And Coach Few's losing his mind. Every Gonzaga fan in here is joining him. And that's two full. I mean, that's just awful. That is absolutely awful.
That's one of the worst calls I've ever seen in a magnitude of game like that. That guy's had a terrible night officiating, to be honest with you.
My goodness.
That was terrible.
Mario took the first one on the chest, and then the second
waited.
one.
Like that's awful.
Free throw rims out for Simpson.
He's had a horrible night officiating. He should get graded out of this tournament. Not just because of that, but he was terrible in the first half. Hopefully he gets graded out. Doesn't ref another game in this tournament.
Simpson's second is good. He goes 1 out of 2. Now the Bulldogs lead is down to 6 at 67-61. St. Superior across half court. Screen from Ike, who plays with 4 fouls. Dribbles to his right, bounces to Worley. Worley kicks it left side. Fogle fakes left, dribbles to the free throw line, hands it back to St. Superior. Zags with 12 seconds to shoot, 2:35 to play. St. Superior dribbles to the right wing, gives it up to Fogle. Fogle defended by Johnson, shoots a 3, comes up short, long rebound, is chased down by Simpson. Ball was out there to be taken, and the Owls did. There's a drive, a slip, and a fall, and my goodness. Mario St. Superior is going to be whistled, I believe, or did they get Worley?
That was Mario.
I mean, it was Mario Wazera, the way he made the hand signal. These guys have quickly lost control of the basketball game with just some awful calls. That's Mario's 4th. First free throw is no good. And Lou will shoot one more with 2:21 to play. And he makes that one. 67-62. The Bulldogs led 62-50 at the 5:28 mark. It's 67-62 now. St. Superior gets a screen from Worley. Passes it back toward the free throw line. Jalen drives, hangs, shot wouldn't go down. Rebound goes to Kennesaw State. They fall down and lose it. Worley reverses and scores. Simpson slipped and fell. The ball popped loose, and Worley gives the Bulldogs a 7-point lead. There's a drive by Lou. He spins, gets up a shot, won't go down, rebounds, put back, no good.
Whoa.
Oh, no.
Whoa. That's the worst call I've ever seen.
I think Graham literally backed out of the way to let him shoot that basketball. As we look at it again, Graham backs away with both hands in the air. Or they call Mario. First he showed 15, but now they're going to say it's on St. Superior. Graham thought they called it on him. Oh.
That's I've seen horrible officiating. I've been around the game most of my life. Dad was a coach, obviously played in the league. This is the worst stretch of officiating in a high major game that I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't care what level. This is absolutely horrendous. These guys have lost the game on this side of the ball. It's terrible. Those are 3 just absolutely horrendous, despicable calls. They're so bad. We were giving up on that play to allow him to shoot it.
Petway is screaming. He wants him to go look. They think it's on Graham Ike.
Get control of the game, fellas.
Now they're telling their bench to sit down. Petway continues to plead his case as Sherman steps to the line. His first free throw is good, all net. We talked about this team shooting free throws and shooting a lot of them, and they're starting to stack up now. First one good for Sherman, who now has 12 points. Give him 13. 69-64 Bulldogs, 1:45 to play. Worley running the show with St. Superior on the bench. Jalen gets it into the front court and calls the timeout. And we'll let the Zags fans' reaction tell you how this last 2 minutes has gone from an officiating standpoint. 30-second timeout for the Zags. We are going to keep it right here. Bud Light, a proud sponsor of Gonzaga basketball. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Ike 17 and 8, Worley the double-double, 12 and 11. He's also chipped in with 5 assists. Davis Fogle, 15 points, 4 rebounds for the Bulldogs. Taylor and Johnson each have scored 15 for the Owls. Sherman has 13 to go along with 9 boards. So, Mo, for the Zags, you need to get this thing under control, right? For as emotional as this is and as frustrating as it is, you have to close this out in the final minute 42.
Yeah, obviously we're only up 5. We got to have a good possession here. I just don't understand. I see Coach Petway's done a terrific job, but he just fouled an official 2 times in a row all the way down to the baseline in a timeout. I just don't understand how you're allowed to. This has been a bad crew tonight. I don't know how else to say it. If you're watching this as a neutral, listening to it as a neutral, it's been absolutely terrible. And I wish I could use other words. Awful.
Innocente inbounds in front of us to Worley. Worley between the circles. Dribbles to his left. Passes out top to Innocente. Back to Worley. Ike posting hard. Bulldogs trying to get it there. They can't. Worley with 14 to shoot. Dribbles into the paint. Kick out to Fogle. Davis dribbles to the free throw line. Now retreats. Ike calling for it. Somebody's lost a shoe out there. Fogle drives. Kicks to Innocente. 5 seconds to shoot. Emmanuel drives. Bounces it to Ike. One-hander for Graham. Rattles around and drops. The officials will stop play. And
so there was a shoe in the paint for majority of the possession. Graham slipped on it once. Thank goodness nobody got hurt.
Yeah, Taylor lost it and now just slipped it back on. Zags lead us back to 7 with 1:10 to play. Johnson into the front court. Defended by Innocente, top of the key. Dribbling with the left hand. Short pass over to Simpson. Back to Johnson. One-handed pass for Lou. Lou picks up his dribble. Gives it up to Taylor. Taylor with 10 seconds to shoot. Hands it off to Johnson. Johnson over for a 3. It's on the way and off the mark. Worley chases down the rebound off the Simpson miss. 45 seconds to play. Zags lead by 7. Jalen gets it in the front court to Fogle. Fogle trapped. Pass away. Almost stolen, but it gets through to Grant Foster. Tyon drives baseline. Brings it all the way to the left side to Innocente. Back out top for Worley. Worley bounces to Innocente. Innocente finds Fogle. Fogle driving with the right hand and is fouled by Johnson.
I don't know why Kennesaw State didn't foul right away. That's a gift.
Well, that and that previous offensive possession, they ran 20 seconds off that 30-second
That was
clock.
a gift for us. I don't know. They originally wanted to foul Worley, and he got rid of it, rightfully so. That was poor clock management from Kennesaw State.
Johnson committed that personal foul and then limped off the floor. Looks like maybe a cramp. Now Rickard will check back in. Fogle's first free throw was all net. Second one is good as well. Coach letting that official have it. As Rickard brings it into the front court. Shot clock's off, 22 on the game clock. Rickard dribbles to the left wing. Picks it up, he's in trouble. Able to spin away and get it to Taylor, who hands it right back to Rickard. Rickard fires a 3. It's off the mark. Rebound, though, goes to Simpson. Put back rejected by Grant Foster into the hands of Fogle. Davis will dribble it out. The Owls won't foul. Fogle into the front court. And the Zags streak will continue. Every year since 2009, Gonzaga has won a first-round tournament game. A hard-fought 73-64 win over the 14-seed Kennesaw State sends the Zags to Saturday in a second-round date with the Texas Longhorns. We've got a quick break that we'll take here in just 1 minute. At first, we may have an opportunity for an interview, so we'll hold it here. With the Bulldogs winning it 73-64, overcoming some interesting officiating over the last 3.5 minutes. Actually, let's take our break now. Bulldogs win 73-64. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog Basketball from Learfield.
Can I have your attention, please? I have a big announcement. Arby's Big Crispy Fish Sandwich is back. So now you can choose between crispy fish or roast beef as your meaty entree in your $7.99 meat and 3 box. And now I have an even bigger announcement. You still get 3 sides instead of 1, which means you get crispy fish, mott sticks, curly fries, a peach cobbler roll, and a drink for just $7.99. That is all. We can't make any bigger announcements.
Arby's, we have the meats. At participating Arby's for a limited time.
Marsh McLennan Agency is a proud sponsor of Gonzaga sports. When it comes to insurance, how hard does your team really work for you? At Marsh McLennan Agency, we do the shopping for the right insurance carrier, ensuring you get the right coverage tailored to your needs.
And we're back in Portland where the Bulldogs win it 73-64 is our final score. Real quick, we're going to get Jalen Worley on. Jalen, how about that basketball game, and how about the fight from your team? It wasn't pretty, but you guys figured out a way.
No, it wasn't, but it was a game of runs. Credit to the other team. They came out with a great game plan, but I'm really proud of our guys. I feel like we stuck with it even through adversity. We're able to come out with a win. Hey,
that freshman, it seems like it's kind of a pattern in these postseason games, maybe a little bit shaky early, but then really has found his way, and Davis had another good game for you.
No, he stepped up big time for us. Not even just on the offensive end, but defensively he was guarding his yard, getting rebounds. And, yeah, he came up with a bunch of big buckets, especially down the stretch. So credit to him and both of our freshmen.
Hey, you were pretty good today, too. Double-double, 12-12, 5 assists. Feeling good?
It is. I'm feeling like I'm close to 100%, so I'm really excited. Got to prepare for the next one, though.
All right, Jalen, sounds great. We'll let you go. Go celebrate.
Yeah, appreciate you. Thank you.
That's Jalen Worley as the Zags pick up the win here, 73-64. We'll take another break. Back after this, you're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog Basketball from Learfield.
Can I have your attention, please?